Reason to doubt. I had to make this shit drip but make sense at the same time. Y'all J-State Sonic booming, that's ballin' in prime time. Reason to doubt. Headline, that's straight dope, no filler. These cats is truly global, nigga. They straight up out the tiller. I tossed the phone and picked up the pen. Commissioned by the Supreme Pod God. Y'all know him, that's the nigga J. Sims. He the start of conversation, designated music expert. Just one piece in the car. Beat this intricate network. All things introspective. Flojo Jack in the mix. Mr. Cool got views on fashion news and all the new kicks. The blues from Bay of Boo. He could probably fix. He do it for the dollars, my nigga. He just kicking his shit. Just like Katie, but he kick shit differently. He gon' tell it how he see shit, even if it ain't the way it really be. And that's okay by me. It ain't even a quirk. It take a whole lot of opinions and make reason to doubt work. Let's get it. DJ Stino dripped and get that water. He got that motto, be yourself in life and take your father. You around here being something else, that just gon' make life harder. Yeah, everybody got a role, but these are player starters. Juice, he the freshest young nigga in the town, hence the name. Youngest soldier in the camp, so we keep him up on game. Lil Deuces, that's that nigga major part of the grind. He like Mike on the baseline in his prime, that's game time. He blazing trails for the coach, that's the reason to doubt. Out here exposing all the votes, that's the reason to doubt. Midwest Lou straight, hey, that's the reason to doubt. We out to 618, that's the reason to doubt. We do things we said we could, that's the reason to doubt. Elevate still, that's the reason to doubt.
Welcome back. We here at AE Studios right now. This is episode 129 of the Reason to Doubt podcast, guys' favorite podcast. We here again. Like always, I am your host, the Supreme Pod Guy, J. Sims. And like always, to the left of me, we got Mr. B, yourself himself, DJ Stino, get that water. And to the right of me, we got
Look at his kicks, look at his car. All I say is
Big Joe Jack in the building. It's a dope shoe. That's a re-release or that's the back in the day?
That's the re-release, but we celebrate North Carolina victory today.
Shout out to Caleb. Caleb
Love. Caleb Love, St. Louis.
CBC's on, St. Louis on. They on their way to the Final Four. We'll get into that later. Today, on the right of him, we got
This young nigga in the town. Don't nobody want to see these old ass niggas.
disrespectful young nigga, man. Young Juice, Big Juice, in the building.
I'm gonna change that for y'all.
We're gonna change it for you.
I'm gonna tell y'all for long.
It's long overdue.
And to the right of him, we got Harley Fresh in the building. And if you watching this on YouTube, you can see his two new faces with us, man. Great guys. They just started their podcast. They're on episode 5 already. They already doing big things. They caught my attention. You know, dope name, straight from St. Louis. Two OGs giving their perspective on this thing called life. Right here in the pod in the building. Doing in the building, man. I'm choked on something. Yeah.
You good, big bro?
Doing Doug in the building, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Like always, this episode is brought to you by Goalie. Go to goalie.com. You got your choice of multivitamin gummies. Get 20% off using promo code Reason to Doubt Podcast. Go to goalie.com. They got everything you need on there. They got so many multivitamins on there now. The ad will take 20 minutes, so just go there and shop around. But anything on that website, 20% off, goalie.com. They'll get you right. Use that promo code Reason to Doubt Podcast. Get right. Get your health together, man. But we're going to start this thing off no different before we even get to anything. First thing we got to ask y'all before we even get to the interview, these topics, anything like that. Everybody that come on the Reason to Doubt Podcast got to give us their top 5. Top 5 MCs of all time. And that we feel like the top 5 you can
Or their favorite. Either top 5.
See, I'm gonna do my favorite.
That's what it is. Cause we want to get a gauge of y'all personality. You know what I'm saying? And and you said something on there when you get done with your top 5. You said some crazy blasphemous shit.
Oh, I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to that, man.
Go ahead. You go first.
So I'm gonna go Too Short. I'm gonna go E40. I'm gonna go Tupac. I'm gonna go Andre 3000 / Outkast because I think it's an entity for me. You know what I'm saying? I think Big Boy don't get his, his props like he should. And I'm gonna go Ice Cube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, West Coast.
I was about to say West Coast.
OG.
Yeah.
That's an OG.
He said, "When you come over." I ain't never heard you play no Ice T.
But when I asked him who his top 5 was, he couldn't tell me.
So you ain't saying the public?
Yeah. I said, yeah. I'm sure. Mine is totally different than his. Jay-Z, Biggie, Black Thought, Jada Kiss, and it's a toss-up between Pac and Nas to me for the last one. So,
I think that Black Thought was the first.
huh?
Black Thought, like as far as everybody's top 5, that's the first time we heard Black
Black
Thought.
Thought?
He know what he
I'll be snapping.
He know what he talking about.
Black Thought be talking that good.
Okay. Respectable top 5s.
Completely different.
Definitely different. Hey, you said something, man, on the podcast. I don't know what episode it was, but I've been doing my research. Y'all was talking about Tupac. Tupac and Biggie had the discussion about Tupac and Biggie. You said you like Tupac better than Biggie. That's cool. You can pick whoever. But you said Machiavelli wasn't a classic, dog.
Nah, it wasn't to me. All Eyes on Me was his hardest album to me.
I mean, that's cool, but Machiavelli, dog, ain't a classic?
I didn't like it like that. I'm just different. I ain't like it like that.
That's one of the greatest albums ever made. I never heard that
I
before.
like that one better than all.
For everybody.
Yeah,
Live and
man.
Die in L.A. And what was the other song?
Hail Mary, Bomb First,
Here's my problem with Tupac.
21 Gun
He
Salute.
gets to rhyming with Hennessy. He go on like 16 bars rhyming with Hennessy.
Hennessy and Enemy rhyme the best out of
That's
anything.
played out.
And they go together.
So if you
That's played out. He the first to do it.
It was whack.
Oh.
It wasn't hard when he did. It wasn't hard when he did. Now, did he speak to people's soul? He speak to people's soul. I give him that. But he's not calling it big, though. It's not even close. People always say Pac better than Big because Big didn't have nothing but 2 albums. He can't help it. He died. If he would have been alive, he would have had who knows how many. He still would have been harder than Pac.
I agree with that. I think Big.
Lyrically, Tupac can't touch Big. Now with party songs and get you motivated and all that, he good at that. But when it come to rapping,
Like entertainment,
he was good at that. But rapping though, Big shit on Pac, hands down.
Pac was hella animated.
Technically, maybe, but man, Tupac had messages.
You can't.
Biggie ain't had the messages like Tupac.
So here's my problem with Pac. Since you said
You got a problem with him.
This my problem. I ain't gonna say problem. This my gripe with Pac.
I like how this started already.
So
Okay.
you go from making party song to saying Brenda had a baby, now everybody a bitch the next song.
So what was the party song before Brenda's Got a Baby?
Shit,
Because that was the first album, bro. That was the first single.
I Get Around.
That's the second album, bro.
Shit, I don't
Come
know.
on, man.
I'm just saying.
Come
You
on,
go
man.
from
Brenda's
that
Got a
to-
Baby was the first single off the first album. So how you talking about you going from that?
about
Okay.
motivating no women. He was talking about to all the ladies in the place with style and grace from the jump.
Party song.
And he kept it that way though.
But Tupac and Jim, but that would make a good artist. He a real round artist. He can give you any and everything. Biggie could do that too. Like me personally, I love Tupac and Biggie like equally, damn near. But when we get to talking about Tupac, like,
I don't mean no disrespect.
oh, you disrespectful.
I don't mean no disrespect.
No, but it's cool because if you don't like him, I mean, there's
I
people.
don't dislike him. I'm just saying, like, I think I ain't gonna say he get too much credit because he was a great, like, he changed the game. I'm not gonna lie about it, but if you compare him to Biggie, he's not better than Big to me. Like, all
When that
around,
Tupac hologram come walking in here, you better keep that same energy. Don't be like, don't big bro this or none of
I
that.
listen to Pac though, but I listen to Big before I listen to Pac though.
Nah, that's respectable. It's respectable.
I do.
Deuce is ready. My man Deuce is over here. He ready to dive on you right now.
No,
You know what I'm saying? He love
but-
Tupac. He hate Jay-Z, by the way, too. And you had.
All right, let me ask you why.
Oh shit! Hold up.
Why do you hate Jay?
Well, that's a whole episode.
No, we can't. We ain't really got time. All right, go ahead. You can give him a short answer if
I
you
just
want.
want to know.
Keep it short, Deuce. All right. So you can't really
That's
have.
fair. That's his opinion.
You see how far?
That ain't fair, though.
I'll leave it alone.
What's the hardest Jay-Z verse you can spit off there?
See what I'm saying?
Off head.
Yeah, the blueprint too.
Spit one. Wow.
You want me to spit it?
Why
He said the hardest verse.
I'm not gonna wow you because you don't like him. So I can say the hardest verse to me,
He
and you
was in
be
your
like,
top
"Oh, that
5,
was
so wow me.
top 5."
Yeah, he was in your top 5, so wow me.
I can't wow you because you don't like him.
He might not be able to rap or something.
No, I can tell you Jay-Z verses, but he'd be like, that was cool. So if he don't
Definitely.
like him,
So we ain't really got
He
time
wouldn't even give
for
it
it.
a fair
right.
one.
It wouldn't even be fair.
No, he not.
No,
No, he
no.
not.
Until it comes to
Those-
Jay.
those-
He's trash, so whatever I
444
say.
was a good album. Wow.
I didn't
So
like
rap
444.
Marcy Me. So if he rap the verse off Marcy Me on 444.
I didn't like 444.
No, off the blueprint.
Off the blueprint too?
Yeah.
Nah, it was.
Let's go, Stino. Lost 92 bricks, had to fall back.
You ain't gonna like it.
Knock this nigga off his
Have
feet,
you
but
heard
I
Blueprint?
Crawled
crawled
back.
back.
Had A1
I'm
credit.
talking
Got
about
more
the song
crack
he was
from the
talking
first to
about
the
now.
fifth.
Brought it all back.
All back.
But I mean,
Hey, man.
It was just-
We can move on, though, man. But that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
That
go.
conversation, that could be a whole nother podcast. Y'all got to bring Deuces on. Y'all could just
Oh, that's
argue
cool,
Tupac
man.
and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's a unique guy right there.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna win. It wasn't. I can tell you.
Smart man.
You
Hey,
go down swinging though.
hey, man, but the right hand to pie, that's a dope name for a podcast. I ain't gonna lie. You know, what made y'all come up with that? Like, what made y'all want to start a podcast?
Clearly, y'all can't be lying if y'all like y'all can't be telling no lies.
Of course, it's a play on right-handed guy. You know what I'm saying? But I suggested the pod part. You know, I think what would you like? The
So,
honest,
It was
truth.
truth be told.
Truth be
was the
told.
name of it.
But that's somebody already had that. So then we came up with the right-handed God idea. Then I'm a podcast fan. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so I said let's put pod in there. You know, to separate us from whoever else
The
might
pack.
have right-handed God podcast. You know, so that's
we
what.
both Nipsey fans too.
Right,
yeah,
right.
for sure.
Shit. Right. Everybody in here Nipsey fan for real, too.
You too, Cameron?
I mean, you gotta check. It's a good question.
No, that's dope, man. Coming from St. Louis, though, like, what was your upbringing? I see your social media. I see, like, y'all post a lot of back in the day stuff, like,
Oh man.
y'all be reminiscing on old St. Louis a lot, like,
But
on
man,
the,
my mom from the east side.
Okay.
I came up in the south end.
okay.
Mom,
East St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my-
I'm
618.
gonna clear that up real quick. My problem with St. Louis people, they think that everything on this side is
Oh
going
no,
on the
no,
east
no.
side.
I know.
I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I ain't
You
the
ain't
smartest
lying.
man in the world, but it's Chicago and East St. Louis is not the only cities in Illinois. So as soon as somebody say you from Illinois, oh, you from the east side. No, not really.
Not at all.
We in Illinois right now. This ain't the east side.
I have to explain people to people.
Why people think that though?
I don't know.
Because we are east of St. Louis.
Because that's all it.
Just east of the river.
So this what I learned, man. And I had an advantage because I'm from St. Louis. I went to school in St. Louis, but my mom lived in Illinois. So in summertime, and the weekends, I'd be over her house. So I hung with my East Side homeboys and I hung with my St. Louis homeboys. And I would always hear conversations about both. You know what I'm saying? So the St. Louis people don't come to Illinois. So everything is considered the East Side. And I have to tell them the East Side stop at like 89th Street.
East
Then you
St.
got
Louis.
Belleville. Right. You
Yeah.
stop at 89th Street, and then up the hill is Belleville. That's not considered the east side. So all the state streets, that's the east side. Washington Park is Washington Park. If you want to call it the east side, you can, because it's kind of close to East St. Louis.
Right.
They don't know that, though. People from Illinois don't come to St. Louis, so they don't know nothing about St. Louis. They don't know the north side is the north side, west is the west, the south side is the south side. And the county ain't even considered St. Louis City. It's just the county.
Just the county.
You know what I'm saying? So in between it, man, I always tried to bridge it because they have stupid reasons for not even fooling with each other. You know what I'm saying? So
And that's what.
Before everybody got here, I was just talking to them outside. Me personally, I feel like St. Louis, all this shit is too small for us to be separating ourselves anyway. Like we could do it with each other, but like when we go somewhere or something like that, you wasting your breath trying to explain to somebody that's from Indiana, like, oh, I'm from Alden, or they be like, huh? You gonna be? I'm from St. Louis. Also, you feel like from East St. Louis? Like, no, you gonna waste your time. So everybody gotta say when we go out there, like, you from the St. Louis area, or at least. Like, I be feeling like St. Louis too small to be the divisive. Like,
there's a lot of opportunities when you separate.
That was our whole reason for reaching out to y'all. Like I said, we've been reaching out to a lot of St. Louis people, just kind of trying to bridge that gap, build relationships, network, and stuff like that. So we appreciate y'all coming over here.
How you tell where you from?
I'm from the West Side, and I feel like, you know how they, have everything separate or whatever. I felt like coming up, I felt like a Southside dude was different from me. So that separate thing just don't go from Missouri to Illinois. That separate thing is a real thing.
yeah,
Like, cause I would almost look at somebody from a different side of town like, you not like me. You know what I mean? And
Especially city and county.
yeah, especially city and county. But I'm saying from side to side,
From side
like,
to side.
you know, a North Side guy to me growing up was different from a West Side guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's real. It's terrible, really. You
Yeah.
know, when you think about
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than just the East Side, and then St. Louis over on it. You know, it's a well Alton and everything. I don't want to disrespect or nothing like that, but I grew up coming over here. And everything,
I don't think division is not really good, period.
No, it ain't.
You know?
It ain't.
So we're just trying to pull it all together.
yeah, man. But yeah, throughout this show, man, we just gonna sit here. They gonna right here in the pod. Make sure y'all check that out. Y'all drop weekly, right?
Yeah, we try to. We try to, but right now
At
it's
least
probably
twice a
more-
month.
Yeah,
At
twice
least
a month.
But they podcasts are similar to ours, where they go over topics. They speak about the world the way they see it. So it's only right we're gonna give y'all a regular episode, and they're gonna join in. Get their opinions on things, because we ain't too much different. They give the OG perspective on things, so we're gonna chop it up.
How long y'all been doing it?
Just started.
Just
man.
really,
We
yeah,
just started.
episode 5. Shit, we started. Actually, we recorded our first episode New Year's Eve. Yeah, and, been going since then, man. But trial and error, man. Just trying to find the right people, like recording the video and audio issues. Sometimes trying to find the right equipment, but man, let me discourage us.
And that's, that was another reason why I brought y'all on here, because, he started the podcast and we all kind of just gravitated towards it. And, he got a lot of knowledge as far as, like I said, it was a troubleshoot, trial and error with us. But between them two, like, y'all can always reach out, ask questions. Even if y'all want to, if we ever at the studio, y'all even want to come sit in, y'all welcome.
Facts. Hey, let's get into this first segment. What we watching? This has become a fan favorite. They be liking our little takes on these shows and shit like that. What we watching with the podcast? Mike Tyson's on $1 million worth of game this week. Did y'all watch that? Y'all listen.
Look, I checked out.
It was alright.
Mike Tyson, the wild
That's a
boy.
wild dude, man.
Yeah, man.
That's a wild dude.
Was it tripping?
Yeah, him and Wallow was reminiscing about jail a little bit. They was having a good old time.
Talk about pigeons.
Yeah, if Mike Tyson is a different type of celebrity now. It's all type of people that love Mike Tyson. Never seen him box or anything like that. I know some of them new fans might have seen that episode and might have got a little freak. They talking about in jail a little bit when the guards would come by and he had he just wild savage up in there. Check it out if y'all ain't see it, man. Shout out to $1 million worth of the game.
Yeah, he was a couple times where he really wasn't even talking in the mic. So he was talking. It was a lot of times, and you couldn't hear what he said. And you could tell they didn't really want to be too aggressive with you. So they kind of like, hey, Mike, could you talk in the mic a little bit, please?
I was high as a motherfucker. That's what he was.
Hey,
Mike
but
was high too.
Mike Tyson walk into the room, it's like a dog off the leash. Though, like you don't want to
Yeah.
piss him off,
Did y'all
man.
see he was somewhere at a comedy show.
And
It
the
was
dude
recently.
walked in.
He had a gun.
Yeah. But he was showing Mike Tyson love, but it was a dude that was with Mike Tyson didn't want him to speak. He was about to shoot the dude.
Yeah, he upstrapped.
Yeah,
Mike Tyson gave him a hug.
yeah.
I seen that.
Yeah,
Like diffused the situation real quick.
that's Mike Tyson. Everybody loved Mike Tyson though. Like, it's like the craziest story. The world hated him, and then they loved. I don't think black people ever really hated Mike Tyson though.
I used to love him.
Mike a god does.
When you think about Mike Tyson's story, like he just came out with a gummy, like THC gummies, and it's the shape of an ear and shit like that. Y'all realize how crazy that is? That man bit somebody's ear in a boxing match?
That
Like,
should have been
They
holy.
bit
That
the
just
top
happened
of
the
it
other
off.
day.
somebody else did that the other day?
They didn't, but he bit his arm, but his shoulder. Yeah, and they let him keep fighting.
They let Mike and them keep fighting too for a little second.
That shit
Just a little bite.
they bit the shit out of him.
Somebody whooping your ass. He was getting his ass whooped.
I didn't watch the fight. I just see they just had the clip. He bit him. He probably spit that motherfucker out to get the. Cause they got it's a counter for the punch, it's a counter for the grab, ain't no counter for the. Motherfucker bite you, you gonna open up like a can of worms. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's no counter for the bite. Shout out to Rick, my nigga Rick. Rick, that's Rick saying, man, but it's true. Ain't no counter for the bite. Motherfucker bite you anywhere on your body. And you know, you stop doing what you was doing.
I had back a long time ago. I had one of my little
bit somebody?
No, one of my little cousins bit me. He was like, I was young, but he was young. Bit the shit out of me too.
Smack.
I wanted to fuck him up.
Little kids.
And he was like a distant cousin too. I could have cleaned him up. You know what I'm saying? But it would have been a lot of static within the family, so I just kind of had. I think he bit like a chunk out my back. Wow, it was terrible.
What you do?
He treated you.
Huh?
Open
What
up.
I do? Cry? The fuck? Cried?
There's nothing you could do. I add that.
Shit.
That's in my bag of tricks. Shit, yeah.
Survival tactics.
I had
Speaking
to,
of-
man.
Speaking of people getting bit, y'all watch Snowfall this week?
Yeah. I ain't seen it yet.
You ain't watched Snowfall at all?
No, I ain't seen it yet.
Not the series at all.
You missing out, my
watched
brother.
a different show.
What's that?
Fighting the Last Days of Ptolemy Gray.
I ain't never
Samuel
heard.
L. Jackson, where he got Alzheimer's.
I ain't heard of it.
Oh,
I heard y'all talking about it. It's on Apple Plus, ain't it? Yeah.
I might check that out. It's a series.
Still need to watch episode 3.
I'm finna cut into that then.
Yeah, it's only. I think I just watched number 4. It's only 2 of them left.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty good.
I thought it was a movie originally.
Nah,
That's
it's
what I
not.
was listening to something, and then the preview played, and I heard it. You know,
Yeah,
but so I didn't
it's
see it.
like a 6-show series or something.
Nah, I'm
And then
not
when you
even-
see him, you kind of think movie anyway.
Yeah, automatically.
Yeah, Snowfall definitely like a fan favorite, like favorite show going on right now. They in season 5. It's like they falling off to me, man.
It's like The Walking Dead.
I ain't never watched The Walking Dead, so. But
Yeah, that fell off too.
I don't know. I don't be liking shit that just be crazy. Like wow, like they brought that tiger in. The
You probably
tiger
shouldn't
eating-
watch TV then.
Tiger be eating. No, they got a lot of good shit on
You
TV.
should just watch all true documentaries.
I do. I watch majority. That's why. But look, that's why The Wire is the best show ever that on TV. Because the only crazy shit that happened on The Wire when Omar jumped out that window from like 5 stories.
It was a
and
whole
he
bunch
lived.
of crazy stuff going on.
What
on
else?
The Wire. Like Omar walking around with a shotgun
Nobody
all
cared.
the time, or
No,
like,
that wasn't crazy.
Or
Ain't
like
no police out there.
probably like 500 bodies in the vacants.
That really happened.
Yeah, but it wasn't 500 bodies. Like they were, like,
wasn't
they trying to make it seem
500
like it
bodies on
was
there.
500 bodies or
That really
or
happened in
100
Baltimore.
bodies.
But that really
I
happened
know.
in Baltimore.
I understand
In
it,
Baltimore, yeah.
but like it, not to that extent.
Yes,
So-
it did. It happened just like that.
No, it didn't. So when the show when all the shows come on and they say it was
Based on true events.
based on true events, some events where you know what I'm saying to make it look good. I know that happened, but it wasn't 100 bodies in the vacants.
I didn't see Chris and them kill 100 people in the vacants either.
But it
Either
like
way.
my point is it wasn't 100 bodies, and so that's
Did a tiger bite somebody's leg off in L.A.?
It might have happened
in
though.
the,
That's
in
the
the
thing.
backyard.
It might have
Did somebody have a
happened.
tiger in the
Mike
backyard?
got tigers. We just talked about
Yeah,
Mike.
but Mike didn't live in the middle of Inglewood.
You don't think a motherfucker pulled it off?
Fuck no! Can't nobody pull that off, dude.
After watching the Tiger King, after watching Tiger King, It's possible.
So why would the tiger bite his master leg off?
Right.
It's a tiger.
It wasn't a tame tiger.
How come it was? He had it in his backyard.
Yeah, but it
And-
wasn't a tame tiger.
He's feeding it too, huh?
Well, I don't know really. I think it's
He
a wild
fed
animal.
he fed his tiger though. Mike Tyson didn't play with.
Some dude that was on there.
And then how the tiger get out the cage? It's just a whole bunch of crazy shit going on. Watch it for yourself.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
You a tough critic though.
Yeah, I am. Cause I like Snowfall.
I agree with you this season, man.
It's going crazy, ain't it?
Yeah. You can tell John Singleton gone.
Yeah, like they running out of shit to say, man. Like when they brought that, you like Tommy show though, so like
I don't
Yeah,
think
shit.
that's that bad. You
Exactly.
just think it's terrible.
yeah, that shit is
You
too.
ain't even letting it build up.
So you need to just watch documentaries on true stuff. You don't like you shouldn't watch movies or nothing. Because if you don't like wild shit, you shouldn't watch movies.
They got a whole bunch of good shit though.
They do. It's true. It's a whole bunch of good
Yeah.
stuff. But
But
if
it's a
you
lot of
can't-
wild shit,
if you
too.
you can't differentiate the difference between real life and movie and spicing stuff up like that.
all
You should just
entertainment.
watch documentaries.
No, I do. That's the majority of shit what I watch. So when I watch a good show, I like a good show. Like it
You want
just
everything, everything to be 100% real.
unless it's a Marvel movie, if a motherfucker flying in the movie, it's cool. Anything goes.
So you was mad that they put an animated tiger in there? That's what pissed you off?
Yes, and how it happened. Like, just the shit don't make sense. Like, the tiger was in the cage. They come back, the tiger walking down the street and shit like that. How the tiger get out the cage?
That door.
They got out the same
No,
door.
nigga, they closed it up and they locked it. What, the
that
tiger
door.
got the key and unlocked
That
it
door.
again?
That door.
It was down.
That door. Never know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all trying to figure out this dumb ass shit, but it be right in front of your face.
You might be thinking too deep into
Yeah, you
it.
thinking about it too deep.
I'm a smart guy, I think, when I look
Thinking
at
about it
stuff.
too deep. But that's the thing. Most. What if it was based off of something that happened though? Just not to that extent.
You like John Wick? He never run out of
I
bullets.
don't like John Wick, nigga. The fuck?
He don't like one of the best movies. One of the best movies.
It's cool, man. But
You
this
don't like
shit-
Matrix either, do you?
The first one.
That's
But
That's out there.
Exactly. But it's out there. That's what I'm saying. It ain't supposed to be real. Like, it ain't based on real shit. So that's why I said I like The Wire.
Matrix real, dude.
I like that's what we had a conversation about. But I like The Wire. And I just say that to make a point. They was trying to say what's better, Snowfall, Wire, shit like that. The Wire's still the best. 'Cause
Put
they
Power in there?
yeah, Power up there. Power in there.
Power better
Oh, he a
than
tough
Snowfall.
critic. He felt he don't like power no more.
Power first. Then Power did what Snowfall doing right now, like after 4 and 5.
Not Tariq one. The
That-
one with Tariq?
Uh-huh.
No, that's hard. Tommy shit, I fell asleep. I ain't watching. I'm with you on that.
No, but what I'm saying is
Kanan shit was whack too.
they running. It's like they running out
No,
of
I
stuff.
disagree with you there, bro. I like
I like that they
I like
came-
Kanan.
I like
But they reinvented Power with Tariq. Kanan shit was boring.
That's your
Tommy
thing,
shit.
Because I don't think it's
too.
boring.
You don't think Kanan was boring?
Nah.
Did y'all think Kanan was boring?
I kind of like Kanan
going
show.
down.
I like Kansas.
I wasn't mad at it.
Streets need a body.
Streets need a body.
I'm on the
Body,
fence with the
dude.
Tommy shit, though.
Come on, Rock.
I mean, I only watched the first one, and but we expecting it to just. I was expecting it to pop off. It's Tommy. I think the first one, I'm expecting a lot of niggas to die, and then when it didn't happen, I just fell asleep and I ain't watched it since then.
I
They
definitely
now.
expect the
They
more
are.
body.
I have to watch it. I give him a chance, but nah.
They gotta let it build up. It's a new series. They gotta
Yeah,
introduce people and all
That's
that
what they
shit.
say about Kanan. I let it build up.
You don't want it to just kill just no name people and shit.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. So another show that I fuck with, the Lakers Winning Time. Y'all seen that? It's on HBO about the Lakers dynasty.
I started to look at
Now I'm torn now. KD had asked last. Well, I don't know. If you might be in a group message.
I put
You was
it in a
asking,
group
was it
message.
really shit going on? Like this shit really happened? The show is based off of the Lakers, how they started the dynasty and stuff. But they taking the script. Whoever wrote it, Magic Johnson is against it, and somebody else is against it too. But they taking the script. They made the script off of Magic Johnson's autobiography that he wrote, and like Jerry Buss' autobiography. So that's what they using. But he
Putting them together.
see, yeah, of course they sauce it up, but he don't like it because Magic Johnson got a different image like now. Like he don't want Pete showing that he having sex with all these women, and if he want to tell a story, he want to tell it himself.
I feel it on that.
So I'm torn though, cause I want to ride with Magic, but the show good as a motherfucker. Like, so it's like, damn,
You don't know you watching it.
like like 3 episodes, and then it's almost. I feel bad though, cause it's like Magic Johnson's still alive, like Jerry was still alive, and y'all telling their story that they don't want to be. They want to
Yeah, they should tell it.
Jerry West don't even want it to be told, and Magic want to do it itself.
So what they hide though, for them not to want to be told?
I don't think
That's the question I put to y'all though. Like, if y'all was in their shoes, how would y'all feel about it?
Then you got to think in his defense, man. They done made his whole situation be a joke. Cause I saw a meme the other day where he was like with 12 gals, and they said this had to be the day.
I seen that.
They said this had to be the day. So you know it got to get old. You know what I'm saying? He had AIDS like 30 years ago. People still talking about it.
I mean,
It's HIV.
I'm sorry, HIV. He had HIV 30 years ago, and it's still a joke.
He got financial AIDS. He
He
ain't got AIDS. He got financial
You went
AIDS.
through what you went through. Would you want people to keep on?
See, I don't even think that don't have nothing to do with it. It ain't like they ain't even came up. They still in 79. So like it ain't even came. It's showing he messed with the different women. It's showing Jerry West. He a complete he crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He going there talking crazy, going crazy. So it's real people and they really on there. So and it's on HBO and it's a good show, so people gonna watch it. So I feel kind of torn. Like, damn it, Magic want to tell his own story.
He did already though.
Even in his book, and that's how I feel too.
enough.
I feel like if you said it, that make a big difference. Because it'd be different if like Magic never said this shit. These was all rumors, bro. You wrote a book and said you was fucking everything that moved, like, and so they showing you fuck everything that moved on the show.
Maybe it caused a conflict in his household. His wife having to relive it.
I'm sure, but you did write a book.
She probably tripping too.
Cookie on the show too.
She stuck with him.
I'm talking about at the crib right now.
That's what you was on.
That's bullshit. Oh, I can see it.
Oh, so you really wasn't there that night.
Where they get
I
that from?
remember. Yeah, see,
That's crazy.
I'm against it now.
Huh? You
I'm against it now.
I'm telling you, don't watch it. Don't
Tear
watch
his
it.
household
But don't
up.
watch it though, because when you watch it, you gonna want to keep watching
Tearing
that
his
shit.
household up. Yeah.
Cookie ain't going up. She ain't leave after HIV. She not leaving on the damn TV
No,
show.
but she don't want to relive it.
She ain't gotta watch it.
You turn HBO Max.
It was
probably
social
ain't got
media. She
HBO.
just can't be on social media nothing either. Cause
Yeah. It might not even be on it like that.
All the TVs go.
Man, they got Wood Harris coming on the next episode. So like some of my favorite actors on this shit. I gotta watch it, man. They got Ace Boogie on here,
Who
though.
we gonna play?
Somebody on the Lakers. I can't remember. Spencer Haywood. That's who he played. Nah, that's it. So man, I don't even want to say check it out, but
check it out.
check it out. Anything else y'all watching before we move on? Y'all got any?
That Bill Cosby documentary, if y'all ain't seen it yet.
Yeah,
He's a monster.
Oh, Heathcliff?
Oh, he's a monster.
That's his boy.
That's KD's boy.
Yeah, we ain't doing no Bill slander.
That's Kenny Cosby over here.
That's not who I am. I'm more of a
Huxtable.
I'm a Heathcliff Huxtable fan.
Man, Heathcliff was a monster too.
What is it on?
Showtime.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Being that you're a little older and stuff, you might like being a Cosby Show. Like you really grew up in that era and stuff like
grew up with
that.
it. So when
So
I
how
saw
you
it-
feel about it? You feel like whatever they said he did that shit.
Yeah, he did.
If he didn't want to, if only reason why he didn't do it to me, Heathcliff Huxtable, he had to. I'm talking about Felicia Rashad as one of the beautifulest women on the earth.
Listen,
And if he wasn't drugging her, it didn't happen.
He wasn't trying to fuck his paper up.
He got to.
Ahmad Rashad probably would have killed him.
No way.
But the chicks that he was sleeping with, man, he's sleeping with Playboy bunnies, drugging Playboy bunnies. Chicks that look better than Felicia.
No
Rashad.
way.
No.
way.
I don't know about all that.
Nobody look
They
better.
showed them women like that.
No.
Everybody looking better than
But you have to
Felicia.
take into account that's what they look like now.
No, they showed their pictures. They showed their pictures on there.
No, it was one chick that was a cop on that show. She was bad.
She wasn't. She didn't.
No, yeah,
have
she
it.
was. She was that. That girl was bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Felicia
She was a model. Like,
It
for
really
real.
ain't too many.
Hey, Bill was so wild though. She never acted in her life though. She like a supermodel. He was like, I'm gonna give you a spot on the show. Made her a cop.
Made
Like
her a
she,
cop.
you ain't never seen a cop look like that.
Bill got her. He could have got her.
She fucking asked for it.
Oh man,
Hey, let's change the subject.
Fucking asked for
it's
it.
at 33-41.
asked
So
for it,
like,
dude.
Take that out. You see?
That's the only thing I know.
Chop that out.
Hey, Bill probably Bill probably called Hugh Hefner like, you next.
Huh?
He'll have to dead, nigga.
Huh? Before he was still
Oh,
alive.
they saying it's a documentary on him too.
It is, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, it was good.
Y'all said something about Playboy Bunnies.
Y'all know what's gonna happen with that though? Ain't nothing gonna happen with that because black people don't give a fuck about Hugh Hefner, and black people don't even want to make a big
Cancel
deal out.
culture.
Yeah, make a big deal out of shit.
I ain't canceling.
That's why Elvis got a whole movie about to come out, and they about to make him look like he Martin Luther King in that motherfucker.
I seen the preview.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
They ain't ruining my childhood. Simple as that.
Bill did.
I said no, just anything. They just ain't not ruining the Cosby Show. The Cosby Show meant
Do it still come on?
a lot to me, huh? I got the DVD.
Oh, serious.
it's on Amazon. You
got all
watch
of it. Yeah.
Different World, all
I
that.
haven't watched it. It
Yeah.
wasn't because of what he did. I seen everything. Like I watch a Martin rerun or something like that. I barely even catch that for real. But I don't have nothing against him. He's just a monster.
Martin stay on repeat in my career.
Ain't nothing wrong. But there's way more monsters than Bill Cosby. Though.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask a question like, where y'all think he learned that shit from?
The white boys. They talked about that on there. He with Hugh Hefner.
Well, in that documentary, they made it seem like Bill came into the game on that shit. So I ain't even gonna lie. They said he was on that shit in '64 before he even got invited to the Playboy Mansion.
That's learning behavior, man.
Yeah, he learned it from his OG or something.
All you gotta do.
I'm gonna tell you who worse than him. What's the dude that?
R. Kelly?
No.
What's the white dude?
Harvey Weinstein.
Nah, the other one that had
Epstein.
the island.
Epstein.
Yeah.
They selling Epstein Island for $125 million.
That dude.
That motherfucker probably haunted. You go there, it's probably all bad vibes in that motherfucker.
Ain't no sage or nothing gonna help you with that.
The views is amazing. Views amazing. I talk about white sand,
This nigga been wild last couple weeks.
waves don't crash or none of that. They just settle water. Fucking beautiful.
You like it.
I wouldn't mind going.
The Epstein Island?
I'd take a flight right now. Just be a vacation to me.
You gonna come back talking.
Juice got a permanent spot. Juice got moved up.
Something happened to KD.
Damn.
Shame what happened to Katie.
Flesh 60.
I had a good time.
Hey, more on a somber note, man. R.I.P. to young man Tyrese Sampson, 14-year-old from St. Louis native.
I think it was East St. Louis, right?
East St. Louis.
East St. Louis.
He
East St.
was.
Yeah, man. He was a
Football player.
I think I saw him with the Flyers.
14-year-old fatally falls off a ride in Orlando, Florida. A tragic situation, man. R.I.P. to him. Prayers to the family. They were saying he had a bright future playing football. He was a big
He was
boy.
14. He was like 300 pounds.
340.
6'5".
He was league bound for sure. You know, East St. Louis, they breed them.
Yeah, man. Sad situation, man. I was messing with my kids and my nephews and shit. They talking about they don't like roller coasters. Not too long ago, I'm like, yeah, better y'all. We ain't riding no roller coasters for. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, yeah, fuck all that.
I
Yeah.
never liked that dumbass ride anyway. It's not a ride. Just take you up and drop you. That Superman. It's similar to the Superman. Never liked that anyway.
But I'm gonna tell you what I hate more than that. Motherfucker that recorded it and shared it.
That's bullshit.
That shit was all over.
Yeah.
All over.
That's-
Somebody asked me, "Did you see the video?" No, I
Why would
didn't.
you want to see somebody?
I don't
said
wanna
to
see
me.
it.
I'm like, man, something bad finna happen. And I seen it. I didn't know he was 14. I thought he was a grown man. I thought he was Mexican. Really, I didn't even know when they showed his piss. I'm like, man, why would somebody put that out there?
I never seen the video. I refused to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't seen it scrolling. I mean, I never seen it, but of course, you see it. But you know, it's messed up that somebody recorded that. But it's good they recorded it because they could have lied. They could have lied. Like
They got the
they got
audio.
they got audio saying like they didn't even check it. You know what I'm saying? So they got everything though. So
That's evidence.
so it's fucked up that it got out, but then somebody will get held accountable for it though. Like so,
They got Benjamin Crump on it already, man. That dude, that man.
Benjamin Crump, he chased everything that got something to do with some black folks
He
dying.
got to be like 5.
He gonna get him some money though.
Yeah,
Well, that man like 5 and 30.
That's the bald headed cat. That's the
Yeah.
bald headed brother.
Pro bono.
He be talking like
He gonna get him some money though.
I hope you do.
Even though they can't bring him back.
That's
but-
why I'm saying gonna bring their kid back.
Yeah, Six Flags is out this year.
crazy thing about that is like, I mean, it wasn't. It was like they said it was like a expo or something like that. It wasn't a big amusement park, but like I vividly remember, they used to hire people off the street to put the expo together. You know what I'm saying? Like just anybody can go up there and put the stuff together. I've done it before.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I'm saying?
it wasn't.
Get up
It
there and
wasn't
work.
that. It wasn't like that though. If you go to Orlando, they got them. It wasn't like a carnival, so it's a place that's open every day.
Ah,
though.
okay.
So it's like, but they got carnival rides. So they got Disney World and Universal Studios over here, and then it's just some people like, if you can't go there though, we right here. So they don't have them big. Yeah, they
So
don't,
you got these, and then you got the Walmart products. That's
Type
like
shit.
the essential shit.
Yeah, like they all over the place. When I just was in Orlando. You drive like they got Universal Studios, but then it's like 10 water parks on your way to Universal Studios. So it's like they try to get you. You know what I'm saying? On your way.
You go to the free part of Universal Studios, you know, the outside part that was going in. But yeah, that's what was wild to me about it. I was like, man, I not understand, but I see how something like that can happen because they let anybody any worker just put, you know what I'm saying, the machines together.
Hey, and we know we all what you watching. This is documentary on like Boeing airplanes. Y'all see the documentary? Y'all might not want to watch it though, but basically like I wonder did they do like the security checks? Like Boeing got sued because they was basically sending airplanes in the sky. They were trying to cut costs, and you know when the airplane go up,
Skipping a step.
they gotta check. You gotta check it vivid. You know what I'm saying? Everything, every lug nut, everything like that. They was trying to cut costs, so like we don't want to pay these people to do this, so we just gonna say all of them good and shit like that. And then like 2017, this wasn't even that long ago. It was like 2 plane crashes because they wasn't doing the checks and shit like that. So that's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was it's recent too, but I was just wondering if they don't do that shit.
Yeah, it make you not want to get on the plane.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of stuff you shouldn't watch. You watch one of them how was it made food documentaries, and you won't eat nothing
For a long time.
nothing. You be like, man, everything could be suspect. So I just blessed by the blood of Jesus.
Ignorance is bliss on a lot of things.
And I continue to eat.
Nike continues partnership with Kobe Bryant's family. That's what's up. They,
Yeah, I like them. I saw those shoes too.
you know, they stopped the Kobe shoes for a little minute on there.
It ain't gonna really change. I think it's dope that they coming out with a pair to like honor Gigi, but her argument was not people not having access to the Kobe's. You know, Nike make everything limited, exclusive, and stuff like that. She wanted a lot more people to have access. I don't think that's gonna change.
I think it can though if they.
I think it can, but I don't think it will.
I think it will because if she was fighting for that, if they agreed
probably
upon,
part of it. That's
if they
probably
agreed
part of
upon
it.
something, it's probably like that. Because it ain't like they can't do it. Because at one point, Kobe Bryant, them shoes was like a team basketball shoe. So you know when you get look at them East Bay or something like that, they had like different colorways. You can buy any color of Kobe's and shit. That's probably what they just gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope. I throw them on Nike ID. They're still gonna be selling out, but if they just mass produce them, like it'll be straight. Hopefully that's what they had to do, man. Cause,
We'll see.
yeah, but they were saying Gigi's Bryant shoe, all the proceeds will go to a cause, Mamba Foundation or something like what cause of their choice. So that's dope too.
Are you seeing?
I didn't see him. I didn't even see him.
Yeah, I saw them. They black and white.
They black and
That's
white.
snakes. Nice.
Yeah.
So that's dope. And then Drake donated $1 million to LeBron's school, the I Promise school, like underprivileged people. That's
Said he gonna come through and deliver the check himself too.
That's what Drake said.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, to LeBron.
Mm-hmm. So shout out to I wish I went to that school, man. LeBron and Drake just coming through your elementary school like it ain't nothing.
Kanye Academy.
tell your mama, I'm gonna drop y'all today,
Down
baby.
over there.
I'm gonna drop y'all to school today, baby.
No, LeBron doing everything for that community though. Like the kids that go to that school, like they found their parents' jobs and shit like
That's
that.
dope.
They just he
I
trying
like
to
charity stuff. We need a lot more of that in our communities.
We need some charity from is this a real thing? You putting in the gas? They got a stimulus bill for the gas?
It's proposed. Yeah, they talking about it.
How much they gonna give us a stimulus for the gas?
I think it was saying like $100 a month.
They should just keep coming with
What's
the 14.
All that's gonna do.
I'll take it.
I mean, yeah.
Shit, why
But
they just don't lower the gas price? Problem solved.
That make a little too much sense. So you can't be doing that now.
The state just giving money away too much. That shit this just don't sit right. Where
Shout-
they getting all this money from if we don't have no money?
they making it.
You ever see them videos of them gas stations give away free gas? And then you'll burn a you'll burn a tank of gas waiting in that line to get some free gas. That line be like down the street.
Around the corner, too.
And you're gonna wait to get some free gas, but you're gonna
Right.
burn gas sitting in the line. But shout out to them for the gesture, I guess.
Sam's or Costco will get it cheaper.
Yeah.
Like
They did
25
say Sam's gas was cheaper.
Cut.
Male birth control one step away from being put on the market.
Come on with it.
You taking it?
Yeah, 4 kids, man. All right, my life
What
be
about the
wild.
side effects?
They said it's gonna make you thick. Like remember the girls on the shot?
I'm already big bone. I mean, I'm in the gym, so I ain't worried about that.
Male birth control. That's crazy. They say STD's gonna skyrocket. I say, dang. I say niggas don't be using condoms no more.
They already, how much higher they gonna go?
Right.
Niggas don't be using condoms, man.
The pill.
Most definitely.
Juice, you getting on the pill?
I ain't got no kids yet.
I know. I'm saying like trying to avoid it.
I ain't trying to avoid it.
He won't.
I just ain't
You
found
want a
the
kid?
right one. I just ain't trying to have it with anybody.
I just don't want to get the surgery. So
It's crazy,
I'm
but it's
cool.
crazy. I seen so many people excited about this, but they wouldn't get the vaccine. Same people. But they'll get the pill.
Same people making it.
I'm just saying, it's just some shit that we ain't never heard of. So, what's the difference?
yeah, I heard them kids.
And they gonna start selling on the street too. They gonna start making it.
They gonna have fentanyl them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
Mine come from the doctor.
You ain't gonna make no more kids because you ain't gonna be here.
Yeah.
Man, this ain't even newsworthy, dog. Internet YouTube poll said that Kodak Black was greater than Jay-Z.
You that cameraman? How you feel about this?
Look,
Bullshit.
he even against it.
That's why I said, man, it's gotta be it's a slow news week.
But these new kids, man, they just disrespect.
Yeah.
They
He
just,
talked
they
about that a
just,
lot.
they just
Yeah.
say a lot of stupid shit. That don't even make sense. What about Kodak Black is better than Jay-Z? Make you say some dumb shit like that.
He knew the
That
purpose
bro,
fake.
just get my blood pressure.
Yeah, super gremlin.
Yeah,
Jay-Z ain't no
he knew the
super
purpose
gremlin,
fake.
dog.
Jay-Z ain't remember proper
Jay-Z
purpose.
a billionaire. This nigga can't stay out of jail.
He got Kodak got them chains and shit though. He icy.
It's probably people they look up to.
Yeah, you see,
Jay-Z ain't got no tattoos on his face.
I know, and he ain't got no dread. Well, they do got dread. I'm all tripping. No, it is stupid though, but this is a perfect example. Like people like numbers don't lie. I think Jay-Z made that shit popular. Like numbers lie like a motherfucker because people can make a quote or you know what I'm saying. Yeah, like whatever people look at, but there y'all go, man. Moving on. Sports news. NCAA tournament, the Final Four is set. We got Duke versus North Carolina for the first time in the Final Four history. Duke versus North Carolina too.
Coach K last season. Nice way to go out.
Vegas got their hands all in that shit.
That's what my cousin say.
You know what I'm saying? Kansas versus Villanova. Final Four is set. I'm going with Duke, man, all the way.
North Carolina. North Carolina.
It's only right. Storybook ending, Coach K. They're going to get all the calls.
Everything.
Last dance.
Everything.
This shit went by fast. Shout out to St. Peter's or whatever. They first 15 seed to make it to the Elite Eight.
What was Loyola?
Loyola.
Chicago, Loyola. Remember they had the old lady in the stand?
Yeah, they had a nice.
I don't think they wasn't that low of a seed though. No, they wasn't that low.
Sister Jean or something like
Yeah,
that.
She's still alive.
They did good this season, but I don't. They didn't do that good.
They made, what was it, 64? They made it
I think
the
they
first.
made it the first.
Yeah, but moving on, the NBA, Kyrie Irving is back officially. The lift has been set. He can play at home games now. So this definitely helps the NBA out. The Brooklyn Nets.
So it worked?
Huh?
It worked? Sitting up?
Yeah, but you know why it worked? Because baseball season about to start, and they ain't about to have the Yankees not play in New York. You know what I'm saying? That's just the difference. Like, America's pastime and stuff like that. The NBA, like in our world, we look at the NBA and shit like that like it's everything, you know, but...
And the most popular guy on the team ain't vaccinated.
You know,
Mike Judge or something.
Yeah, so...
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge, my bad.
It's a difference when Kyrie Irving don't want to get vaccinated and the Brooklyn Nets.
Aaron Judge ain't white, though.
Yeah, but he's the most popular.
But it's the
guy on
Yankees.
the
And
team.
I ain't saying it got nothing to do with race. I think it got something to do with money. When money that generated...
That's why they started.
They got that new stadium, the new Yankee Stadium in New York. Fam, they got to sell that out. They need Aaron Judge out there, fam.
So
Like,
let me, since we talk about Kyrie, can I ask y'all a question?
what's up?
Do y'all think he got played by not getting the NBA 75 on the NBA 75 list?
Of course. Of
Who do you
course.
think they should have took off and put him on?
Bob Cousy.
Nah.
Some shit like that. One of them old
They should
niggas.
have took
or
Harden. Why Harden on
you might not like Harden, but if you look at Harden statistically, like he like one of the most unique players to ever play basketball.
that? But is he better than Kyrie Irving?
Not to me. His numbers would say he better than
Russell
Kyrie Irving.
Westbrook better than Kyrie Irving? Outside
So-
of the triple-double season.
You can't say outside of that. He got 3
That's the
triple-double
only thing
seasons.
you known for, though.
Who
He
else
would've
did
had
it, though?
Bill, I mean, what's dude's name? Oscar
Oscar
did it
Robertson.
once.
Yeah, he did it in 70, and Westbrook did it 3 times.
I thought he did it twice.
3.
He's still a bum.
I don't like them niggas.
That's disrespectful. You can't, but
You must be a Laker fan.
ain't nobody did it though. Like
Yeah,
you can't take them 2 off. You have to take somebody else off.
So
though.
here's my
Like,
problem with it.
Tracy McGrady should have been on there too.
What you say?
He should have been on there too.
My point exactly. But the thing I don't like about it is you putting current players, you can wait to the 100 to put them on, and the players that's retired already, why they not on there? Chris Webber should be on there.
Why?
Because Chris Webber was nice. Tony Parker was nice, but they say Tony Parker shouldn't be on there because who he played with. So what if you took David Robinson off when Tim Duncan was there? Would he still be the same player if the coach wasn't there? Would he
Okay.
still be the same
I think
player
it's
going
something you'll
on
be able to argue all day because you got all these players, different skill sets, different numbers, and you're trying to jam them into this
Right.
75. So
And people get
you ain't gonna be
left
able to
out.
please everybody.
Yeah.
See,
Right.
that's what. But the thing is, people get it twisted. Why, like people that you fan of, and then you look at like statistically what they've done in their
No, I'm
career.
saying
So
that-
if you like, so you said, but you brought up Chris Webber. Chris Webber ain't never made it to the finals.
Because he ran into
All right, but he ain't never made it to the finals.
He ran into the
So he had
bench.
3. He had 3 good.
Ran into the ref, actually.
Yeah, they
No, he ran in the coach.
He ran into the ref.
3. But even that. So there was only 2 seasons where they was competing for a championship. What Chris Webber? What Chris Webber do other than them 2 seasons? He was on 20 teams and he was getting traded every other year.
He was
Like,
nice when he played for.
yeah, if he wasn't that nice, they traded him.
Who they
Tracy
traded?
McGrady. Tracy McGrady never won a playoff series his whole career.
You have to understand the West was a hard division. To
He was in the East too, and he lost
Oh,
every.
you talking about Orlando? Yeah, LeBron was over there.
He's
I don't
never
think
won a
it's-
playoff. That was before LeBron. He never won a playoff
LeBron
series.
was in there when he was in Orlando.
My point though, that's what I'm saying. Like then you look at a player like Russell Westbrook. He been to the finals. He first team All NBA a whole bunch of times. It's a whole bunch of when you put their resumes up against each other, like he's way over them people. Same thing with James Harden. Same thing for Anthony Davis. Like you might not like these players, but when you match them up against another player that you think didn't make it, like you see why they don't make it. It looks silly. Like damn, I thought.
But it's a lot of different variables to it, man.
It's a lot.
The
So it's kinda
defense was
hard.
different. You can hand check back then. You can't even touch these dudes now. They crying to the refs. They getting everything. So it's just a different game.
So you don't like the league right now.
The league is pure entertainment now. But
Mm-hmm.
back then it was competitive. It's different. Then I had to learn to accept.
You think the players are better now?
I think they more entertaining. But all the like better like all
skill
around,
wise and everything.
Hell no. They offensively they far better. They more athletic. I give them that. But don't nobody play. Go back and look at a game in the '90s. It was 70 something to 85. These niggas scored 140 points. Niggas get 65 like it ain't nothing.
You don't think them players more? You think them players more skilled though?
Nah.
You think Gary Payton could do what Kyrie do?
Of course not. Because Gary Payton wasn't an offensive player. He was a defensive player.
Right.
He was going to pass the ball before he shot it. They two totally different players. Kyrie going to dribble you to death, drive to the lane, get the layup. They might call a foul.
He'd have gave Gary Payton 40, man.
He probably, no, Gary Payton.
All that glove shit. Had that man jumping all over.
Who rules you playing by?
Whatever rule you
carry
play.
on Kyrie if you played in the 90s.
Nah.
I'm telling
That
you,
was carry for
two,
sure.
it's two different. It's two
Pullman, what they
He
gonna call it? Pullman.
Allen Iverson used to do it.
They had to.
That was.
I think that's when it changed.
That's when it changed. That was the
They had to
transition
say,
right
maybe
there.
he not carrying because when he shook my boots, they was like, okay, well, we can't call that because dude entertaining. And I think that's when the game.
Yeah, I think that's when it shifted.
I think the players now are way more skilled. Like I don't even think it's close, but it is softer. The hand checking and everything like that, but
So it's tough to compare.
not really. Kevin Durant would have fucked them niggas up back then too. Like
Yeah,
it ain't really
fuck
tough to
Pippen up.
compare it to me, huh?
Hit the fuck Pippen up.
Yes, destroyed them niggas.
Fuck no.
You say he'll fuck Pippen up?
He fucked whoever in front of him up. He's 7 foot tall.
He would have got some points until that elbow came or that broken leg came.
The game just.
Who broke their leg back in the day?
I'm just saying. No, I'm talking about the broke leg coming from when you shine and you got that getting ready to dunk it, motherfucker.
Body slam.
Who they do that to though? Who broke? Who built
They
hurt?
do that. They did that.
To who?
Hard fouls. Talking about hard fouls. Something like that. That's the only thing
Who they hurt?
I was exaggerating. But he would have got it. He would have got broke off. A lot of people would have got broke off back then. I'm talking about hurt bad.
They would just have to. They would just would have adjusted. They just would have had to adjust. Like it is what it is. Like
that's just
if the rules was like that back in the day, Isaiah Thomas would have been drawing fouls like them niggas draw fouls now. This is how the game. They manipulate. They smart. They manipulate the game. Like if.
So it's hard to compare.
It's hard. It's really hard.
You can go back and forth all like all the different
it's just
variables.
hard.
You can go back and forth all day.
It's just hard to compare. But I think Kyrie got snubbed though, and I think it's because he didn't get the shot.
Okay.
If he'd got the shot, I think
100%.
he'd been on that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Moving on to the NFL, Tyreek Hill gets traded to the Miami Dolphins. Y'all was just talking about that before the show. You think that's a stupid move? Oh, your team ain't gonna be shit next year either, Juice. You can't see. You can't. What?
Tyrann Mathieu ain't get re-signed. I told y'all.
They say he going to Miami.
Wallow.
Yeah. Huh?
He like
He going to
Wallow.
Miami too. They said.
You said what?
They said he going to Miami too.
I'm in Miami then.
Fuck it.
They like Wallow. Wallow only go with the winners.
I go in the NBA. I go with LeBron. Go NFL. I go with Tyrann Mathieu.
I wouldn't mind having no Tyrann no. They're pretty shame.
Say what?
They
I said I
spent
wouldn't
all
mind
their money
having
on
no time.
Mahomes, right?
You don't think?
That's why they getting rid of. They couldn't afford to pay Tyreek Hill.
You want to get the highest paid wide receiver?
I don't know. I think they just offered him more. Like they ain't
Is he
think.
the best wide receiver?
He the highest paid now.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, since he got traded to the
Working?
Dolphins.
You think he worked?
Hell yeah.
No, he gonna
find out.
He gonna figure out. He gonna figure out it ain't sweet. He finna figure. He's gonna sit back and enjoy his money while losing. That's what he gonna do.
I was just about to ask that.
Man, I'm thinking.
Is there has there ever been like the highest paid wide receiver in the league like winning Super Bowl or anything like that? They say like when you pay the receiver the highest paid on your team will never win.
Because he didn't got his ticket down.
But it's just like you can't build a team around a wide receiver.
I'm thinking
Plus, he already got a ring.
I mean, he's still a compete. He a competitor. It'll be. They high power. They offense high power, but they just about putting it all together. Mm-hmm.
Who they running back?
They just got Monstart from Frisco too. So they're like they probably got the fastest offense ever.
What their defense like?
Defense is okay. They was just a playoff with Fitz.
Contender.
Fitz took them to the playoffs, but not this year, but last year. Fitzpatrick did, but Tua, you know. Tua could throw probably about
They
40
say,
yards.
I was telling him, I saw
Nah,
somebody
it's 40.
say
He was 50 or 60.
they was trading for Tom
Accuracy.
Brady. I don't know if it was fake news, but I
Who?
saw something saying Tom Brady might sign with the Dolphins. I saw that like yesterday. But I think it's fake news.
No, they saying he trying to buy the Dolphins though. Like he
Tom Brady
trying
trying
to
to buy?
get in on the ownership or whatever. So they was saying it was like a Michael Jordan and the Wizards thing, like how he was ownership, play for the team. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
looked like he got the team to do it.
Yeah.
But Tyreek Hill, you can't be mad. You're going to get that bag. You know how football is. One injury, you out the league.
Yep.
And you might, when it's time to get that bag, go get that bag. Say he already got his rings and stuff.
Yeah, man. Tyreek Hill, good luck out there in Miami. Juice find you a new team pretty soon.
Wherever Tyron Matthew
Right here in the pod. A little bit about y'all, man. Could y'all tell the listeners like what y'all podcast is about? Like the point y'all trying to make with y'all podcast or what you know?
Direction y'all trying to go, who y'all trying to reach.
Well, we just trying to bring positivity to the city, man. Because like we were talking about earlier, it's such a division between Illinois and Missouri, but it's a lot of dope people on both sides. We just trying to spotlight entrepreneurs, podcasts, music, everything within the city, man. Give stuff from our perspective, just the real, that people are afraid to talk about, but we don't have a problem saying it, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what people feel about our opinion, it's our opinion, and just let everybody know your opinion is your opinion. Nobody can take that from you. You don't have to be silent about it. It's something you want to speak on it. Because that's a problem with the world today, man. I think everybody just, we talked about cancel culture. If you say certain things that you don't feel is right, then everybody will want to cancel you. But I think that's kind of messed up, man. So
That go against freedom of speech.
they go against freedom of speech, man. So certain things we might touch on, people might not agree with it, but a lot of people will. They might say, man, I felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? But I was afraid to say something because ain't no telling who I might offend. Well, some of the things that other people do might offend you. So you got to just find that common ground, man. And
Somebody gonna always be offended.
always going to be offended.
That's why we respect Boosie Badass.
And a lot of
He said
people
what he
don't
wanted
like
to
it,
say.
man. But you have to understand what he do in his household is his household.
That's his big, he a
You know
grown
what I'm saying?
man.
I mean, his kids, he raises, as long as he there for his kids, I hope he raises his kids, just his business. So it's kind of the same thing, man. Just trying to bring positivity to the city, really, man, and just speak to these youth, man, because these dudes is lost out here. Man.
Yeah.
That's a
We
big.
see a lot of it, man, and we just sitting back not doing nothing about it. We talking about it amongst each other, man, but we need to pull these guys aside, man. They life ending 18, 17 years old. You turn on the news, man, these dudes getting gunned down. They ain't even get a chance to experience life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be super thugs, man. That shit is corny to me.
That's a common topic on the show. The youth,
It is,
you know
man.
what I
These
mean?
young
And
guys, every time you turn on the news, man, they just throwing their lives away. Whether it's getting killed or they going to jail for the rest of their lives, they don't even have a chance. So we just trying to help out, man.
Because we was able to make mistakes when we was growing up. You know what I mean? They can't make the same mistakes we made. You know,
That's interesting because I was talking to Sims earlier about that. That's going to be part of our discussion. But as far as that, reaching out to the youth, trying to, get the message to them and stuff like that, that's something that I've been talking to them about. So instead of just talking about it, I've been active, reaching out to different educators, teachers. I'm going to start trying to speak to the kids and stuff because I ain't really used to talking that much. I always been like a real laid-back, private dude, but people kind of be paying attention. So like I said, now that I got everybody's attention, I'm going to give them something to really look at. And hopefully that'll inspire people to do the same thing. So I'm on the same page with y'all. And even just our podcast, like I always tell people, we could be somewhere doing a whole bunch of other shit, but we come together to do this, So just us four young black men sitting here together is a positive example.
Yep.
So
Because, man, you never know where it'll take you. You ain't got to sell dope. You can work everyday jobs, man. Be an entrepreneur, get a clothing line, anything you want to do, man. It don't have to be illegal, man, because that fast money is fast consequences. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be looking over your shoulder all the time, man. Come on, if you're a hustler, you're going to find a way to get money. It don't always have to be dope. You know what I'm saying? So just find out what your outlet is that's positive when you ain't got to worry about looking over your shoulder. People, you might get robbed. That's just a part of it.
Let's just be real.
That's
They
real.
out here.
They out here, so you always going to have to watch out for that. But But just being a billboard selling dope, all that, man, that shit is corny.
That's the new that's lame. You know what I'm saying? Remember growing up, we thought that was cool, but it's like lame now.
Yeah,
So
is,
I'm
man.
trying to change the perspective of lame. You know, make the like you fighting people like they be having a little thing where they go around punch somebody for social media and stuff.
Yeah,
That's lame. There ain't nothing cool about that.
And I was telling him, man, I think the worst thing ever created was all these social media platforms, man, because these kids, they see it on there, and nobody got enough sense to say, man, I ain't finna do that dumb shit. That could cost me my life, because if you run up on me doing some dumb shit, I might kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was telling him, I think we talked about it one time, man, I get so mad, because y'all be in St. Louis, I'm sure y'all see how they drive.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So I was with my gal one day, and I was talking to her. I wasn't paying attention. The light turned green, but I always know, wait about 5 seconds. So I waited about 5 seconds, I went through. So I was talking to her, and she was calling my name. I'm like, what's wrong with you? She was like, the car almost hit us. So I had to go to work the next day. Man, I'd be ready to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, you don't give a fuck about my life. I shouldn't give a fuck about yours. But sometimes I have to calm myself down, man. And
See,
you
that's
got
a
to
part
talk
of the
to
problem
these
too,
kids.
because we gotta start giving a fuck about each other's lives, man.
You do, but
that's
I'm just
a
saying
big
that's just my
disconnect, man.
mentality, man. And then I have to calm down and tell them they don't know no better, man. And I have to understand that, man. These kids, they really need help. They don't have nobody to look up to, man. These women raising these dudes, and now they grown, and they don't give a fuck about nothing. And these mamas won't help now, but when they was little, you wouldn't listen when we was trying to help.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
we've been talking about that. Me personally, like this is a whole journey that I'm about to embark on. But we just been having conversations about that lately. Like so, that's really about the discussion that we come up with. Just lack of mentorship, lack of leadership. You know, lack of OGs. Well, that's what we call them in the hood, OGs. You know, but we just trying to provide that, trying to be that because we don't have that. Like I was talking to Sims earlier. You know. I think only exception is Juice. You know, Juice had a nice team around him. You know, so he had opportunity. He had somebody to snatch him up. He had somebody to throw some money in his pocket if he needed and stuff like that. And he made something of himself. You know, but besides injuries, you know, he lived out his dreams and stuff. Now he doing well in life. But you know, KD was exceptional football player, but didn't even play college football. You know, that really makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like he basketball player, you know, Steen two-way, you know, basketball and football. Like we had different, and I'm a high school dropout. We joke about it a lot, but it's like an ongoing joke, but it's serious.
I'm a dropout too, bro.
You know, went back and got my GED, but so I was talking to him about, you know, what would be different if we had some OGs around us, you know.
I think a lot of times too, we in the discussion now. The discussion today is the lack of leadership in community. Like, what can we do? Would things be different? Just had a discussion about that. But like growing up, I think it'd be like the wrong OGs too. Like a lot of people, you know, the OG when you 15, right? The OG might be this nigga out here hustling on the block. Getting money or some shit. He 25, 27, some shit like that. He might be 30. He look cool to you, but if you look at him you really look deeper, he probably live with his mama still. Like
he need an OG.
He a lame though. But he manipulating you as a young kid like to do things, and you might think that shit is cool. A lot of people just look up to the wrong people. A lot of people get themselves that title like they're OG or you know, and they really ain't shit.
But I think worse than that, it'd be like the people that be trying to give game, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? They ain't practicing what they preach. Like you said, I don't. When I look at people, if you ain't got shit going on, no disrespect, it ain't really shit. Nothing you can tell me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I will still listen to you because you know you might have a couple gems for him as far as life, but as far as progression and doing, you ain't doing nothing. Right. How you gonna give somebody some game? I think the best teacher, like when you practice and what you preach, you leading by example, and that's why I was like, I ain't trying to hear shit you talking about if you ain't doing nothing.
Well, it is some. What you about to say, Steen?
I mean, that's how the young niggas feel though.
Yeah.
Even though you could be doing, like you said, Juice doing this, doing that, they can feel like he a lame.
So here's the thing that
and don't want to hear it.
Some of them do.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
So
I think
they
that's
feel
no
the
doubt.
same way you feel. If they feel like you don't got nothing going on,
And the
fuck
thing,
what you talking about.
and the thing is too, that person that might be down on their luck, you might want to listen to what the fuck he's saying because he might have been up here and lost it all.
No,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
that's,
So, like,
but that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people like that. That's a different story.
see,
Then at the same time, to me, it's like, where your bounce back game at? You know what I'm saying?
he might not have worked on that.
I'ma tell you, man,
He might not
my
got it
stepmother-
left.
my
Like he
stepmother
might
told
do
me
everything
a
else.
long
His left
time
ain't
ago,
right.
She took me to Gus's one time. That's how long ago it was. I was in high school.
What's Gus's?
Chicken.
Gus is chicken.
No, it was the coldest school.
Oh.
On Washington and Tucker. Y'all remember Gus?
No.
I heard of
That's why I want you. I want you to enlighten the people.
How old are y'all?
36.
I'm
You
30.
know, I'm only
I'm 30.
38.
I'm 33.
And then we're not from St. Louis.
Yeah, that's
Well,
I think
Gus
that's
was-
more. I think
But
that's
Gus,
more.
I heard that name.
But
Yeah,
Gus
I
was
heard
like I thought it was like a clothing line where you get hats and
No,
what I'm
it's a
saying,
clothing
tailor-fitted.
store.
Okay.
Like it was an
Yeah,
older.
hats and-
What was he, Italian or something?
Yeah, I believe
Kind of like a Harold Pinner or something.
Yeah, but he was like when a superstar, like he had pictures with Pac, Eazy-E, Cube. and-
Yeah.
He was a DJ Quick video, just like Compton.
Like, anybody came to the city, they went to Gus.
Okay.
Like he was just known in St. Louis. He had a store on the corner. Everybody knew who Gus was. You go in there and get you a nice little outfit.
Oh,
That's
geez,
what it
know
was.
about it.
But it used to be, it was a homeless guy down there. My stepmother told me, like, you see that dude over there? He used to be real important, and then he fell off, and now he living on the street. Like, everybody have a story. Like, these homeless
everybody
people, they
got a
not
story.
homeless for no reason.
Yeah, we
They
just
could have
talking
been a
about that.
lawyer. So if you pull a homeless person to the side and say, hey, man, why you homeless? They'll tell you, like, I used to have this, I had a family, my wife had cancer, I went broke taking care of my wife or something. Homeless people got a lot of game, but you'll never respect them because they homeless. But they could give you a lot of game though, but you won't respect them because they homeless.
Yeah, I like learning from other people's ills. Like that's my favorite way of learning. When somebody did something and they might have failed at it, I want to know how you failed because
'Cause you don't
I might want to
the
do
same
that
thing.
and I don't want to do the same.
And
thing.
everybody learn different. See, me, I'm a hands-on learner, so like that's why I think mentors are important because I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff about just billionaires, millionaires, successful people. Everybody got a mentor. Like all those people like got mentors, and then they mentor people.
Right.
So that's really what we're supposed to be doing. And so when they're doing it, they're kind of showing you what they're doing. So like, I mean, I will listen to somebody that ain't doing nothing at the moment, but that's not really the space that I'm in. That's not going to be helpful for me personally. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
It's just like, man, having a conversation.
Then we also got to embrace them too,
Yeah.
because we kind of preach at them. You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
kind of look at it from their perspective a little bit.
Not even
And
just
then,
preach. We
you know,
talk down.
Yeah, that exactly. That's what that's kind of what I mean, man. We just got to relate to them more. You know?
So I got a nephew, man, that's out here bad. Like, I mean, he out here bad. He probably done smoked a couple people. So one day I picked him up, man, because his mom wanted me to talk to him. So I picked him up, and he was just appreciative that I picked him up. You know, I took him
Cut
to
that
breakfast,
part
I
out.
just went- Oh, my bad.
no.
No, I ain't gonna say his name.
I
you know
know,
what I'm saying,
but-
so I picked him up one day. He just thanked me because he never had nobody that took the time out to want to talk to him. So I'm like, man, what's going on with you? And he would tell me, like, this is how my life is, and this is just how it is. There's nothing
This how
I
it
can
gotta
do
be.
about
What it is.
So he told me when he was little, his mom would always work. So he basically raised himself. So that's all he knew. When his mama was at work, he'd go outside with his homeboys, and all of them in the same boat. My mama ain't at home. We raising, you know what I'm saying?
So they trying
coming
to
up
figure it out
They trying to,
together.
they fathers in jail or fathers don't mess with them. So they all out here trying to fit. They lost without a map. So you really can't blame them. I mean, we get mad at them for what they do, but what's your story though? And that's just what we got to do. We just got to have a
Try to
conversation.
understand them.
Yeah,
But that's why I
all
say
it is.
like mentorship, man. Just reach out and grab somebody and help them navigate through life because, you know, I was lost, and that's really why I got a passion for doing this. And I ended up in a pretty decent position, but I was lost and I had to figure it out myself. I had some down moments. You know, I did a lot of dumb shit. And I think I could have avoided that if somebody would have talked to me. If I had somebody help me navigate through life.
Yeah,
I didn't have that.
But that shit, what you experience can help somebody else though. That's just part of your
My
story.
That's basically what I've been telling them. Like I always been like a quiet dude, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like that's not helping nobody by me being reserved. I don't want nobody in my business or I always just say, but really I got a hell of a story, and me sharing my story might inspire somebody,
But
might
man,
reach somebody.
I ain't gonna lie though. It is challenging though trying to talk to the kids. Like me being, like I coached basketball. You know what I'm saying? I realized quick that wasn't for me though. Like I gotta figure out a way to like if I want to be a mentor to some kids. There's some kids I talk to, but it be mostly like family, because it's hard to like not, you know what I'm saying, when somebody say something to you crazy, to just be able to take it. You know, like you got to be more understanding to the youth. Like,
But even if it's just family, that's a start.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Let's.
But when us,
a lot of, because if I feel like this, I got a lot. I feel like I got more sense than a lot of people. If I feel like this, it's hard to do that. Everybody got to start like trying to figure out ways that we can do this,
And I think it's,
together.
I think it's ways like, you know, it's kind of like being creative and stuff like that. Like I said, I think like when I go speak to kids, you know, it might be like some incentive. So like I might do like a raffle off a pair of shoes. But after I get done with what I gotta say, like somebody gotta say something back that they took from it. So whoever gonna win this shoe, you had to be really listening to me. So they'll sit there 15, 20 minutes if they know there's a possibility that they'll get something at the end.
Right.
Like my mom
Tricking their attention.
My mom bribed me with $1,000 to get my GED. She knew how I was moving in these streets. I was a hustler. I was money motivated. So she used that, you know what I'm saying, to inspire me to get my GED. She like, I'll give you $1,000. I say, show me the money. You know what I'm saying? Where do I sign up? So I went to community college and took a couple classes, and I was in there. I'm kind of bored. I asked them, what is this class doing? They're like, we don't get no credit. You just have to, it's just preparing you to get your GED. You can go sign up for whatever. So, like, long story short, I got my GED. She kept up her end of the bargain, gave me that bando. You know what I'm saying? I probably bought some shoes and shit. But it was, you know, that's like when you coaching, parenting and stuff like that, is you got to kind of get a little creative when you're trying to reach. Because that might not have worked for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to look at it in a different light, you know, just kind of see what'll work. But trying, that's the thing about it is, like, I can't go on no more without at least trying.
Yeah,
you'll get that respect once they see you.
And I think what my leverage is, like, I'm a pretty fly dude, stylish and stuff like that. So that's the way they always look at me.
That's your approach.
So that's gonna be my approach, you know. So I think when you aspire to be like somebody or look like somebody, you'll at least listen to what they gotta say. So that's gonna be my approach to this mentoring thing. And hopefully it'll work.
And the person who's talking to you look like you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Color, yeah.
It's different if you got a white man that own 10 Walmarts and he up there telling you like, but if you
can't relate.
You got a cat who look like you might even be familiar with him. Oh man, that's Joe. Joe got all the shoes. Joe ain't telling me to go rob, steal, and kill. Joe telling me to do this. So Joe pretty cool. Maybe I should be like Joe, you know.
And then another thing, like okay, your principal or your teacher or whatever, he might be a 45-year-old white male. Like, he can't tell you that he did this, that, and the other. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can't tell you that he robbed somebody or shot somebody or he down on his luck. You know what I'm saying? He can't. I can share those stories. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain things that these educators, these people, they can't do or say. So you need people like us to get in there, get dirty for real.
Right. And tell them the truth.
Tell them to keep it real, you know. Because like a teacher, they look perfect. You know, that's part of their image, like, you know. But I don't think that really don't be getting to somebody though. You got to be imperfect. You got to.
Not everybody anyway.
Yeah. So.
I think an NBA young boy went positive, picked the kids to go.
No, they probably quit liking him.
Yeah,
probably.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? He lame now.
What is you talking about?
I don't get the allure about dude.
NBA young boy.
I'm just too old. You know,
Everybody want to be savage though.
I don't get it.
That's the goal now. Like
that's the problem.
Even the score, catch a body.
Yes, that's what.
Demon time.
And then you talk about it on the song.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's the problem right there, man. But I'll give credit to Wallow. When I watched the interview he did with Dirt. This dude been in jail 20 years? Yeah. And he telling them like, man, I done seen y'all coming in and out of there, and they giving y'all life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even have a chance for real. And then they'll do breakdown pride because I done seen this, man. Like, y'all just don't understand. Y'all think it's cool because what y'all have to realize is y'all doing it in a group, but when y'all go to jail, y'all not going to be together. They going to separate y'all. Y'all not strong without each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and him,
without
they
them
split
guns
us up.
What boy say?
Shout out to DJ. I just did an interview with somebody. DJ told y'all. He told the young boys, like, all y'all want to carry them guns, they got a place for y'all. It's called prison. And ain't no guns. And them people can't wait to beat your ass horrendously.
That's verbatim.
Well, how David said, you ain't got your hands on you? You better be able to throw them hands.
Yeah, but I think, though, too, we can look at it and be like, man, they stupid. Why they want to be savages? You got to be more understanding of, like, how they growing up, too. Like, them people that Wallow was talking to in Chicago, they go outside. It's a damn war zone. Like, like I can't really let my guard down because Wallow came here crying. Like, so, like I said, it got to be strategic ways to try to fix things, you know, and giving people opportunities to get out of there. You know, that's the way, because you can say all this good shit, but when I go outside, it's
Still
my homie still killed. We just killed his brother though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't care nothing about Wallow crying in there. You know? Like, they want revenge, and so that's why I'm saying it got to be ways to fix it. Like Dirk being the biggest rapper in the world at the moment, you know, like he got to put his money in the right places and give people the right opportunities if they want to fix things, you know. But some people don't give a fuck.
I think sometimes they too far gone, man.
Yeah.
Like his hands too dirty. He done lost too many people. Too many people done lost their lives behind him. You can't never.
You would have to really like I'm gonna be like cross country relocate, something like a new atmosphere. But then that's another thing. Like a lot of these people don't got the resources, the money to even do that. Like that's all they know. Like it's just how I grew up in the projects and stuff like that. Like you should just move to a better area. Easier said than done.
Yeah, some never even leave the neighborhood.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Money. They say like money change people, but money just make you. Extreme example of who you already were. So you giving a lot of these kids, they live in the hood one day, they make a hit song, and they're a rapper now. Now they got $1 million. They ain't gonna do nothing but just buy more guns. You know what I'm saying? Now nobody can fuck with us. We got all the guns now, like her.
But the thing is, though, like what I be seeing is like in our generation, a lot of people that in the streets, like take it to y'all generation. Y'all was in the streets like trying to get money though. These niggas ain't trying to get no money, bro.
Yeah.
They don't got to. They still get it handed to them.
They broke as a motherfucker. You walking around with a gun that's worth more than your whole life.
Hey, you're an addict. They
And drug addict too.
You off the pills, you high, or you
zombie.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing I don't get. Like I'm 24, so I'm in the generation.
It's in the music.
And when I like Stino said, when I try to talk to them, they look at me like I might be a lame or some shit like that, but. Nigga, I own 3-4 cars. I got my own house. I own my house. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
real shit.
You outlive a lot of them too.
Yeah, but they think that type of shit is lame though. Cause I ain't caught no. Cause I ain't caught no bodies. You feel what I'm saying?
You smart.
So like that type of shit is. I be confused. That's why like when we talk about talking to them and shit, like I'm down for that shit, but it's like I done tried that shit. It's just like, man, what y'all in it for? And it's a lot of people I can tell you like just from personal experience. Not saying no names, but like it's a lot of motherfuckers that's on that savage shit right now. They was in church every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Ain't have to. They circumstances because they put themselves in them circumstances. So a lot of motherfuckers in the streets just because they thought that was cool. They listen to that music.
They listening to this music.
So the music is the problem.
Yeah.
It's a part of it.
They can't separate entertainment.
It's a part of it. Music is the problem, and they weak minded. If music is the problem, you weak minded. You weak already. If you let this music influence you to go out and do something dumb that's gonna cost you the rest of your life, you weak.
That go back to your guidance. So if you speak to somebody and you know be your own person, don't let this if you got the right guidance, like you're not gonna let that music determine who you are.
Right.
What percentage of a
like
kid got? I was like, what percentage of a kid ain't weak minded though? You know, like
About 5.
that's what I'm saying.
Because they have a positive influence, like parents. Like I did a event with my lady. She got like a 360 booth. Shout out, Flicked Up 360.
Yeah.
She got a 360 booth, and she did like this thing called Kid Biz. Like they had all these kid entrepreneurs in there with their families. They had like clothing, they had food, They had all this type of, like, these parents have to be active in these kids' life so they don't fall victim to. Then you got YouTube. Ththese kids look at YouTube all day. Ain't no telling what
First
they see
thing
on
they get to do.
TikTok.
Some of these kids are being raised off the internet.
They are. That's how the parents keep them quiet. Go on, take my iPad or my phone and go and sit down somewhere. You don't know what you're
And a lot of parents don't realize, that that's really damaging.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
They do more harm than good.
And that's the difference. So whenever you be like, yeah, y'all dumb, we wasn't doing that. Yeah, we didn't have that. We didn't have access to all of that.
We did. I'm glad.
And we'll go back to what you just said earlier. You said it on the podcast, but you said it a little different here. But on the podcast, you said that the internet is the worst thing that ever happened to humanity.
Absolutely.
Not just social media. You said the internet.
I believe the internet is, man.
And I kind of agree to an extent because I don't think we're supposed to know everything. No. Like back in the day, if some shit was going on overseas or something like that,
you ain't know about
like
it.
it's like it could be terrible. But we here in America,
and that's if you
like. But now it's like you see every problem everywhere at every time. You see people get killed every single day. Like you just said, the 14-year-old boy just died off the ride and shit
in Florida. These people go live and do the dumbest. They making a cop's job.
Yeah, like it could, like I'm saying, but it could be like a great thing, but I don't think we're supposed to have access to this type of information like this. So it's
I think mental health is an issue because of this shit too.
Yeah, because I don't think our mental
always been there,
ain't supposed to hold all that shit.
Because of this shit.
Yeah.
I believe it's affecting more people because of this shit.
Mm-hmm. It's like the knowledge is a good thing, but it's a bad thing at the same time.
That shit'll depress you, man.
Yeah, I hate the internet. I absolutely hate the internet.
Information highway.
But what if we ain't had? But what if we still had to use MapQuest to get to where we was going though? Like with the paper.
Hey, we got where we was going.
Shit, my daddy ain't never MapQuest. Fuck you talking about? That nigga been all over the world.
From just the highways. He just looked at a map and said, "This is how we get take 27." He knew it.
Yeah,
so we can do it if they can do it.
No, I think all that shit. It make you smart, but it make you dumber. Like, cause just think, like you just said, with GPS. Back in the day, you didn't have no GPS. You had to use your brain to remember these streets and remember how to get to these places.
Remembering phone numbers?
Remembering phone numbers. How many phone numbers do y'all remember? Like, do y'all know right now?
Very few. I got
a nice amount.
I know.
But all right,
number guy.
And then like, all right, even with the GPS, without it's like your phone, the spell check. Yep. Like you don't even remember how to spell words.
You don't got
like,
to.
Yeah, because you spell the first 3 words.
Yeah, man.
That message is gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be brutal.
But I think it's with any good thing, like people gonna use it the wrong way. I mean, it could always go the other way. Because you, like you said, if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't be doing this right here.
But I saw another thing. I saw, not to cut you off. Somebody said that you could say something. I could call somebody gay or make a derogatory statement about them being gay and get 30 days in jail. But somebody post a video of somebody falling off a roller coaster dying, you don't get in trouble for that. Mm-hmm. Why? Facebook could have stopped that video from going around like this, but they didn't. But if I call him a FAG, then they gonna suspend me for 30 days.
That's just today's society.
Yeah.
You talking about Facebook in general? Like
Facebook in general. I see people go to jail for saying crazy things, but I can see somebody get killed on Facebook all day.
Get somebody's head get chopped off.
That's the thing. But that's the thing though. Like with these people platforms, you gotta realize we don't own people platforms. Like they gonna put on there what we do. People think they. Like we were talking about freedom of speech. Ain't no such thing as freedom of speech. You know, it ain't never been. Like it's always a consequence of what you say or what you do.
I don't want to offend nobody, so I just shut up on that. I just be quiet, man. I believe certain people got more rights than others.
Oh yeah,
y'all already know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
You talking about the white folks?
No, not just them.
The alphabet people.
Oh yeah. You be that and white? Oh, you good as gold. You got a gold card.
To be honest though, I wish black people was stuck together like the LGBT community. Like the reason why they like that because they don't be going for shit.
You know how
so when you say some shit like they own your ass.
Gang.
Same thing like Jewish people. I don't even know if I say that right?
No,
Jewish
you
people?
Jewish.
but like when you disrespect them, they own your ass. Like that's how we should be.
They share information.
That goes back to that
the
separation.
beginning.
But we be beefing. Niggas won't even stop wearing Gucci. Like they make fun of us to our face, and then you beefing with. It's black people beefing with each other. I buy what I want, or I buy what I. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we can't even come together on the smallest thing. So
the amount that you pay for a Gucci shirt, you could have supported literally at least 20 different brands.
Could have bought a shirt from everybody in here.
Everybody in here.
man, Montclair made a coat with the Sambo all over it, the whole line, the bag, everything like that. Motherfuckers Montclaired up though, like that's the shit, you know. Like
lost generation.
Just
That's the only. Nobody want to change, man. And then the people that's up top that got the most influence, Floyd Mayweather. Now you see they out here doing blackface, but you still go support it and buy it and say I'm gonna spend my money how I want to spend it.
Yeah.
When you could be out here changing 1,000,000 people's lives, black people that got businesses, helping them get their business off the ground. You'd rather go support something that mock your culture.
they treat him good at Gucci though, so he's saying fuck y'all.
Yeah, Jim
That's how it be.
That too, right?
That's how it
Was
be.
it
He was at the some
was
store and
there
they
for
wasn't
3
giving
hours.
water.
Say that
and
Gucci
all.
store they was
Like you forcing
disrespectful.
it.
Yeah, they was disrespectful. They was
You want to
disrespectful.
buy this shit that bad?
He could come up with his own clothing line and just be just fine.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm about to say he was doing one.
Was it Vamp Life?
Vamp Life, yeah.
It's just crazy out here, man. It really is.
Yeah, but
you know,
I
it's
mean,
like
we
a
just
status
it's
symbol without
just
them,
it's
you
a
know.
dog fight.
But
We
I'm
just got to
saying,
get in there.
Being real is rare these days.
Yeah.
It's really rare to be real. To speak your mind and say how you really feel is rare. Because you'll get canceled. People will say, oh man, we ain't listening to what he talking about. Because if you telling the truth and the motherfucker doing it, they don't want to hear that.
You think some of the ways you was taught back in the day though was wrong? Some of the shit that they told us was wrong back in the
A
day.
lot of what they told us is wrong.
You know, like
Or a lot of shit they didn't tell us at all.
Yeah.
That's what part of our culture was secrets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hiding things.
and but we wasn't learning like that.
No.
You know, we
One
couldn't
thing
learn
we learned
that.
was respect.
We did learn that for sure.
That's the best thing you could have been taught. These kids ain't got no respect these days.
Young boys, yeah.
but that's I think that go with the internet though. I feel like that's a little harder because
So
I knew.
You hate the internet?
No, I don't hate the internet.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt. I hate the internet.
But the thing about it, you could say kids.
I
Is
love
more,
the internet.
you could see the kids is more disrespectful or something like that. Motherfuckers disrespectful back in the day, dog. Like,
That ain't the internet.
Yeah,
like we grew up on some bullshit. Like we grew up. We don't like watch Minister Society. That movie is fucked up. That's a fucked up
tell you,
movie,
if
dog.
you got a class of 30 kids, how many out of them 30 was disrespectful? It'll probably
That's a landslide. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And I'm talking about back when we
I
was
was
That's what I'm saying. Like the disrespect that we deal with this today.
It wasn't
All the
even
kids
comparable.
bad today.
It ain't in comparison.
Everybody know
You might have one bad kid out of that class of 30, and the rest of them was worried. Hey, she might call my mama or my daddy. I'm gonna get my ass.
That type of shit. I gotta go home.
But these kids now, they friends with they parents. That's the problem.
And then the parents
I
get
wasn't
mad
no
at the
friend with
teacher.
my
You know what I'm
parents.
saying? They get mad at the teacher.
I used to
trying
wish-
check
The
kids.
teacher wrong for doing
Right,
their job.
right.
I always wanted that mama to come up to the school and snap.
Listen, she told me I'm gonna call your dad. I shut up. For the rest of the school year, I'm not gonna say that.
I seen
Rest of the
some
school
bad
year.
kids though, man. Growing up, I don't know.
Man, you know how embarrassing it is.
That's what I'm saying. I seen some badass
Your
kids.
ass in front of the whole
Not no
class.
kids
That
bad.
type of
Like
shit.
these kids is
These
different.
kids
That's
fight
They
different.
super
shit is
saiyan
different.
bad.
throwing chairs at the teacher.
That shit is different.
They're real different.
I threw a desk at a teacher before.
That's what I'm saying. I seen
But
all
how many-
this
but
shit
how many
before,
people in your
dude.
class would've
That
did
was
that
bad.
besides
I
you?
ain't-
He was that one. He was
He
that
was
one
that
out of
one out
30.
of the 30.
Yeah, I ended up in behavior disorder and all that.
Who ain't never wanted to throw a desk at a teacher though?
I
probably
went,
wanted
I went
to.
to alternative school too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
you know what? When
We
I
got
got in that
two
motherfucker, I had to get up out of there.
badass
Not belong.
kids in
Because you
here
didn't
right
feel,
now.
you didn't feel right in there.
Nah, I'm saying them niggas was crazy.
They was real bad.
Hey,
Yeah,
You realize, you know, I'm
Yeah.
I
You
was-
see how the people
I ain't
They
bad.
different.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I don't
I ain't
belong here.
this bad.
That's how it was though.
Yeah, man.
You felt
Shit.
uncomfortable. You eating lunch by yourself and shit. Cause they bad.
I don't belong here,
Yeah,
bro.
I ain't really bad like
I
them.
take all that shit.
This
man. Let
shit
me get up
different.
out
They
of
know him by first name
That
basis.
type of shit.
here. Yeah. I
was
wonder
like,
how
yeah,
many
just
of them
send me
niggas still
back to
live,
high
man.
school.
That's how bad the motherfuckers
You
was.
would have acted right then after you seen it. Like, it was scared straight back then. But
It wasn't even because I went to the alternative school, so we're like everybody was trying to get the fuck up out of there, like the jail. So you know, everybody was on their best behavior, but it was still shit going on. I just didn't fit. Like, these kids is really bad. Then you go around asking everybody what they in for, like you in a joint. What you here for?
What you do? That's the other way around. Yeah. All the kids bad, the good ones is rare in the class now. It's just, man, this world is just crazy.
Shout out to the teachers. Y'all need a raise.
But the thing about it is, but like you mentioned, though, Wallow can't do it by himself.
Nah, he can't.
It's just like,
he can't.
Or we can sit on the sideline and talk about it
all day,
or try to do something about it. Because you might talk to 100 kids, you know, you might reach 3, 4, 5 of them. But that 3, 4, 5 might go be the NBA player, you know,
Man,
CEO
fuck that. We need some more plumbers, some electricians, and
anything
shit like that. We got. I think that's something that we got to do too. We got to stop. Like
setting the bar so high.
Yeah, like get a trade, make that cool. You know what I'm saying? Entrepreneurs.
You know, the social media shit. Everybody want to be in sports or be rappers and entertainers.
Because it seems so easy. It seems right there.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And these women, y'all beautiful like y'all are. Y'all ain't got to butcher y'all bodies like that.
I ain't a fan of it.
I'm definitely not a fan. Natural is beautiful.
Who they doing it for? Because most guys I know ain't tripping off of that.
They ain't doing it for the dudes. They doing it for each other.
For the gram.
They doing it for each other. Bro, listen. I can't sit on my ass for 6 weeks. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. You can't sit on your ass for 6 weeks because you want to. Let me shut up, man. I ain't trying to.
Go ahead.
Nah, man. The world is just fucking stupid. That's just how I feel. There's a lot of dumb shit out here, man, and I just don't like the shit. And when I say something about it, I don't give a fuck who I offend for real.
That peach crown roll coming out.
No,
you good. Speak your shit. Talk your shit.
You know what? This is the reason why we started this shit.
Yeah.
Because we just sitting back, like you said, either
on
you
the
can sit on the sideline or you can say
or you
something
do
about
something
it.
say
I don't give a fuck.
about
Y'all can hate me, but I'm going to tell you, the shit that you doing is stupid.
But that's
if everybody doing the same fucking thing, don't you want to be different? Why the fuck you want to be just like her because she got a fat ass?
But I spoke this before, like, you know, people are scared to be
see what
different because they don't want to be ridiculed for being different. So they just trying to fall in line so they can just go on with their shit and they don't have to stand out, because if they stand out too much, somebody gonna talk about it, and they don't want it. And then plus they ain't cut out like to even take it nowadays.
Nah, these kids can't joan or nothing.
Nah,
they ain't tough. They ain't tough as they portray.
Yeah,
You had to be able to talk some shit.
But you had to.
But you see when
we joned in the it was a family thing. We joned in the house. We
did.
went over our lines.
But now if you joan, you might.
But you see when like King Von was on when King Von was on $1 Million Worth of Game, he was on there and he basically said though, a lot of shit don't really be about nothing. We just don't really know how to talk to each other. Or Dirk said
that. I was telling him that they don't know how to talk to each other.
Communication.
So if you know that, well, damn, how can we fix this to where we can just sit down and talk? Cause my brother done got killed. Von dead. Bro, death is definite. You're not coming back. Once you gone, you gone. And the people, you know, you got to realize who affected by. So if Von a millionaire, and he came from the projects, you just changed your whole family life. They need you here to continue to live the way that you introduced them to, but now you gone, now they back to the projects. You know what I'm saying? And then you not here no more. Fuck the money. They would rather have a relationship with their father, their son, their uncle, whoever you were to the people in your family, they'd rather have you back. But you not here over some dumb shit.
Over nothing.
Over nothing. Now he was fighting. Just a regular, he didn't have no gun out. Now he was whooping dude ass, getting the best of somebody, which that's how we came up.
Yep.
There wasn't nobody pulling no guns up.
Nobody had no guns.
They pulled some guns out.
Oh, it was some
It
guns.
wasn't because you was getting the best of nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely was some guns around.
If you lost, you lost. I'll take my lumps. I was talking shit. He got the best of it.
I'm gonna tell you the difference though. Your ass whooping ain't go viral.
The internet.
I spoke on that.
Man, we gonna
Public
get some shirts
humiliation.
made.
Your ass whooping ain't go viral
We
though.
gonna get some shirts.
You got your ass handed to you, and you gotta
had
go
to be there.
You gotta go to school Monday.
You gotta watch it though. Yeah.
You gotta go to school Monday.
If
You gotta watch it right now.
If you got
Why you like
if
this?
you got one back in the day.
Everybody in your house got it on their
The
phone.
only people who seen it, seen it. That's why. Remember, they used to say, "Hey, his family say he won. His family say
because it was only 7 people there.
It was a good one.
Right.
But now when they go on internet, it could be 70,000 people see this though.
People
Or a million.
can't take that loss. I can't take that loss.
No.
So I'm finna kill him.
That type,
Both of y'all
and that's
like
that's
both.
really what it is.
Both of y'all like
They need to use it like, man, you need to use it like sports, or they watch tape. Like, man, you should have been covering up. You should, you know what I'm saying? You should have been bobbing and weaving.
But now you locked up, shit.
Yep.
That's a different level there.
Can't
This
fight.
motherfucker's my size, and you 130 pounds. You ain't got no pistol.
You couldn't
now.
fight anyway.
You couldn't fight anyway.
You shot a
Now
nigga.
you over here getting beat up every day, wearing dresses and everything.
You can't fight yet.
Screaming for your mama.
You can't
Mama
fight
ain't come.
yet.
Booty
Can't fight
shorts.
Horrendously.
yet. You know
Booty
how to
shorts.
just keep that shite with you.
Little him.
It's over. That's what they don't realize, man. Once you behind it, once you a number, it's a wrap.
So where y'all see y'all podcast going? Where y'all want to go? Y'all.
To the top.
Yeah.
To the top, man. I just hope I don't get us canceled. Because I be talking.
That's why they got edited.
But see, yeah, because I.
And the thing about it is, like, be yourself. Like his brand, be yourself, but you just kind of got to be conscious about what you say.
I do. I do. I said something one episode.
Yeah, I think you did pretty. I think you did pretty good. But you gotta-
The last thing you want to do is
gotta
get
it
canceled
across.
before you get
No,
started.
it was just me. But that's what I'm saying, man. The world is just too sensitive out here. The way we used to talk, you know what I'm saying? It was just normal. Like, we wouldn't have to think, oh, man, let me make sure I don't say that. We
But you
just
know what,
talking,
man?
and that's just a conversation.
We
But now
gotta-
I got to say, oh,
We can talk like that. We just got to do it in a little
In
more
a different
respectable
way.
way. You know what I mean? That's it.
It's just evolved.
That's how I look at it, man.
What you say?
We smart.
Okay, so I can't say it.
Yeah, I know what you want to say.
No, but this the thing though. This how I feel about that stuff though, right?
It's just too sensitive.
Say what you want to say and stand on it. But I would hate to get caught up, like they try to cancel me over saying something that I really don't care about. So I might have said disrespected this group of people, right? But I ain't really mean to disrespect them.
You really don't even care that
And
much.
I really don't care that
No,
much. So I don't really, like, if I say what I want to say about something I'm passionate about, I'm going to stand on it. You might have got offended, I can stand on that. But if I disrespected somebody or a group of people that I don't even really know nothing about for real, I'm not interested in knowing, I would hate to get canceled over some shit like that.
So
Like,
it's not even about gays.
so I wouldn't even bring that stuff. That's how we try to avoid it.
No,
Don't
it
bring
ain't
it
even. I don't have a problem with gays. Whoever you choose to have a relationship with, that's your business.
Mhm.
What I don't like is the rights that y'all get them. We can't get them. We can't even get nothing close to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all see us getting killed constantly by the cops on camera, and still to let these cops walk out of here.
But that go
Still
back to
be
what
at
he
work.
said earlier is about the division. Like they sticking together and they standing on how they feel. We feel like this, and then I don't know about that, and you know they over there, then they over there.
They'll be like,
So
man,
I'll
Mike
tell
Brown
you-
was mean. It'd
I'll
be
tell
a group
you
of black
the-
people like, Mike Brown, he was
used to be on
bullshit back in the
What
first.
went wrong was when they rioted, we tore our own stuff up. We should have.
That's because that's what they allowed us to tear up.
We just told.
They ain't gonna let you come out in their spot and do that.
Well, if we go in numbers, ain't nothing they can do. They got guns, we got
Then
guns.
it's
I'm not saying go do it, but I'm saying if you feel that way and you feel like rioting, why would
then
you
you
turn
know.
up the store that you walk to the corner to
Every day.
every
You're right.
day?
You're right.
That's stupid. You turn your neighborhood, now you gotta go out there. Well, you could have just did that from the jump. Then you gonna make a statement because you messing with their money now. That's all. That's what it's all about. If you
Yeah, but
mess
you know,
up their money,
a lot of us been programmed to not move like that. You know what I'm saying?
It got a lot to do with
You know what I'm
programming.
saying?
and what we
You
know.
worship these people and you don't even know it. That's why you don't do them like you do your own.
always ask that.
You know what I'm
Like, why
saying?
y'all tearing y'all
You don't
own
do
shit?
them like you do your own because we was programmed to be like that. It goes back. It goes
Yeah,
back
slavery.
to the it goes back to the
Go back
pictures
to
up on your
slavery.
wall growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we don't even know that we worshiping these people. That's why we don't do that. You know what I mean? So
But I think y'all kind of got a nice little chemistry. You like this and he like that. But yeah, definitely stand on who you are, but you still got to be conscious of what you say. Because what if you get all the way on third base and then they throw you out? Like then all of that stuff that y'all work for is gone and it don't make sense anymore. And it's messed up that it's like that, but it's like that. That's the point blank period. It's like that. So you just got to know how
I'm gonna
to.
keep it real, but I'm
how
just
to
gonna
move.
have to, I ain't gonna be on 10 when I keep it real.
But I mean, but you got a unique personality though. So for you to go away from that, that's not.
Oh no, I ain't gonna go away from it. I'm
So
just gonna have to. The words that I use to describe certain things, I
Yeah,
just have to clean them up.
So how you feel about Thug winning the women's
Who?
no old dude winning
Big dog. When
The transgender
Transgender swimming.
It's not fair.
No, I'm just. I don't even want you to go in.
You know, I had to take a deep breath. I'm just.
Anyway, about your brand.
Yeah, you got a brand though.
Think about your
Before we
brand.
get up out of here.
Cap
Life brand. Creative and prosperous lifestyle brand.
How did that come about?
I've always been a creative person, but at the same time, I've been a fitted cap collector for years. Go back to when they called them pro models, man. I've been on it. I'd rather have a fitted cap more than a snapback or whatever. So I'm a fitted cap collector. I've always been creative. Used to rap and everything, so I like to create stuff. I was the type, like, even when we did shows, I would go get some shirts screen printed. Like, so when we came in there, even though it was an open mic, we looked like $1 million because I always took attention, like the detail and all that type of shit, and I always wanted to look the part. You know what I mean? And I felt like over the years, I'm like, you get these points in your life where you feel like, man, I'm supposed to be doing more than what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I just came to like, I gotta be doing more than just going to work for somebody. Let me find out what I can do. The older you get, you can't keep rapping,
Right.
especially if you're not on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I had to figure something out. And
I ain't laughing at
So how long
you
been doing it?
I'm on year 3.
On year 3.
I'm on year 3.
You got to go.
And I really got a passion for it, man. Like,
That's dope.
you know what I mean? So I kind of just wish I would have started a little earlier, but things happen when they're supposed to.
That's the main. That's what I always say about this podcast. They be always saying like, "What you got any regrets about?" Like the only regret I got is we should have started earlier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that be the thing. You be putting doubts in your head on not doing something because you probably knew you wanted to make your own fitteds when you was in the 8th grade or some shit like that. But you probably never seen nobody around you do it.
Right.
So it always held you back or something. So whatever it is that you want to do, man, just do it.
Yes. And along with this podcast too, how it came together, it was almost like a divine thing. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know this man from a can of paint.
Oh yeah, y'all just met each other.
Yeah. The podcast brought us together. Now he had purchased from me like as far as my brand or whatever. But yeah, as far as the podcast, man, we was put together, man, by a mutual friend.
Oh yeah, who?
You know what I'm saying?
Shout him out.
Will Moore.
We interviewed him. We talked about it. I was telling you outside. I had the equipment, man. I was sitting on it for a year, and I had recorded an episode myself, and I was just like, man, this shit cool. But I need somebody that's gonna reel me in when I get too far out there, because I was. I ain't gonna lie.
Just talking to yourself.
I was talking about some wild shit. Yeah. So I just need somebody to say,
But that's what it kept. But that's what the Shaq and Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie, LeBron. That's that chemistry.
I've been wanting to do one myself for a long time, and I ain't really had nobody to,
So we
go
met.
out with.
You know what I'm saying? We said what we was trying to do with it, and we was just like you say, man. We were just opposite, but the shit just, what I'm saying, it makes sense, so.
Y'all compliment each other.
Right, so we did the first one, we was kind of nervous, then we did the second one, but we noticed when we did the third one, it was by ourselves, we did much better, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, as time go on, man, as we progress, we get better with it.
So how do y'all feel about our podcast?
I think it's dope, man. I've been watching, I was telling them I watched y'all since about 2 years ago. I've been checking y'all out, man. I like what y'all
I first got hit when Reggie was on there.
Yeah, I did too. That's when I started looking at it. I was like, man, these guys, they got some good stuff, man.
Is there anything specific like that y'all like about? Because we'd be curious because we students of the game, always trying to improve.
The thing that I like, man, is y'all just
or something that y'all don't like. We cool with criticism.
Like, man, y'all from around here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just cool to see everyday people doing something. You know what I'm saying, that we wanted to do. Y'all ain't no different than us. You know what I'm saying? So people might look at y'all and they see y'all doing numbers and y'all been doing this for 2 years. They might, man, they probably ain't gonna fuck with us. But just to see how you introduce yourself, just like we knew each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just a humbling thing, man. You telling us stuff that you saw on our podcast, and I'm like, damn, because I was telling them, I'm like, man, I wonder if they even looked at our shit. Right. On some real shit.
Me and Doe, we've been rapping, we exchanged numbers and stuff like that.
But I didn't know, because I never met y'all. You know what I'm saying? But just meeting y'all, man, y'all just everyday working people like we are, and ain't no difference in us for real.
And that's what, like, another thing about our culture is, like, it's always, like, competitive, and it's always mean mugging and sizing each other up and stuff like that. Spark a conversation, fam. Speak.
Right.
Where you get the frames from, my nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like that type of shit.
Tough ass
You know, I'm always complimenting him on his brand. You know, nice quality stuff like that's dope.
Appreciate it, too.
We knew who each other was, and I supported. Shop local too, man. If you see something dope, man, just because they from St. Louis, you feel like it ain't good. Shop local, man. So these guys, the money that you put in their pocket, they can better their brands as well. So
Shout out to my nephew, Rare Lane Clothing. He had a new drop today, so I'm representing him. Like my nephew / little brother, love him to death. I support everybody when they doing something positive. And that's my nephew. Never really been into no trouble, you know. He like a rare breed for real. That's why he came out with Rare Lane Clothing. Everybody be doing this, he be over there doing that. Like I always admired that about him. Never been a follower or nothing like that. He ain't get into the trouble that I did, you know.
And one thing I be wanting people to blow up here. I don't want people to have to leave to blow up. You can blow up in St. Louis.
Right. And that's the whole thing about bridging the gap. So like I like what y'all did with the fashion brand where y'all created the page. Y'all like Voltron. Like y'all got
That's the Creators Guild, man. Shout out to Creators Guild. William Morris Fashion Galleries, Nevermind the Brand, Free the Gods, All Things Retro, and of course Cap Life Brand. So shout out to my guys.
Yeah. Y'all like Voltron.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, heavy. That's dope.
Power Rangers. I like Power Rangers better.
Power Rangers? Well, who the Pink Ranger?
You.
Yeah.
It's Voltron over here, bro.
You like the Voltron better?
Yeah, it's Voltron, bro. I'm a little older, bro, so I ain't with that.
Thundercats?
By time, yeah, I'm with that too. But by time Power Rangers came out, I was probably a teenager, man.
You wasn't with that. That's what's up with y'all. I like that, man. So y'all keep going, man. Like y'all got friends over here.
We got some shit in store. We trying to we gonna be doing events, pop-ups, and all that shit. It's just the beginning. It's only the start.
We got something going down because he Retro Worldwide, so he affiliated with them.
All right.
Be Yourself, that's his brand. Get the Water. So I'm trying to put together a pop-up shop around here. So kind of their brand is based in Granite City, but they from like Madison and stuff like that. So I want to host like a pop-up shop and bring y'all all in. Y'all bring some of y'all's merchandise and stuff and like a networking event, pop-up shop. We got a lot of stuff that we planning. Hopefully we can incorporate y'all some way. We can just work together.
Man, we open to it.
Yep. Anything we can do to help, man, we here. Man, it's been a great conversation we done had.
Talked over, man, because there was one over here I wanted you to talk about.
What's that?
You don't like Kanye.
What about that?
Say Kanye has the best fan base. What you feel about that?
I ain't a part of it.
No, that's why I say he got the best fan base. Because people look over all the bullshit that he do and like make excuses for him. Like the thing with the Pete Davidson shit, he been harassing that dude for like 3 months. Pete Davidson say one thing back, they like, oh, he out of line. He shouldn't have said that about his wife or something like that.
I was dying laughing. That man said, I'm in the bed with your wife. I lost.
That's it.
That's all he said.
Drop the mic. That's it.
Kanye was hurt.
It ain't no comeback from that.
Nope. He walking around with this man's head in the video.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I wrote that because Kanye West got to have the best fan base. Because the bullshit that they looking past, he threatening D.L. Hughes. He talking about I can get you touched and all this. They just ignoring all that.
No, they on there with him.
Them GDs.
No, these
GDs in the dough.
I don't know, man. Kanye West. We ain't heard from him in a while, man. Somebody probably took his phone. It's a good thing. But D.L. Hughes said some funny shit. He said, you torment the dude that's fucking your wife. He ain't gonna do nothing but fuck your wife hard.
Right. That sound like me.
Right.
Damn.
That's true.
That's hurt.
Yeah, like what's that gonna do though? Like, you know what I'm saying? You
gonna take a honey pack.
So you like Kanye though?
Double honey.
Do I like Kanye?
Yeah.
I like Kanye music. I respect Kanye as an artist.
Did y'all watch y'all watch the documentary?
The last episode, it was just chaotic.
Yeah.
Dude he need help.
I was telling him I was inspired by the first 2 episodes. I was kind of changing my tune about the dude a little bit, but the third episode put me right back where I was at.
But it's hustle, man. I like this hustle.
Yeah, man.
Nothing nobody believed in him. He a billionaire.
Thoughts and prayers. T.A.
I'm still fucking with him, man.
Yeah, man. Man, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through. We got an open door for y'all, man. Y'all need anything to promote, anything like that, let us know.
Also, thank you for the merchandise. I didn't hand everybody, they handed me the bag. Cap Life brand got us some merchandise. Yeah, got everybody signed. We definitely appreciate that.
Oh yeah, we got something for y'all too, man. Gifts for our guests, man. You know, we keep that for everybody, man. But we gonna get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Reason to Doubt podcast YouTube. Get them subscribers up. Check out everything on there. And always remember, just because they couldn't do it doesn't mean you can't. This has been episode 129 of the Reason to Doubt podcast, man. With the right hand to podcast. We up out of here, man. One.